Folks, it's a momentous occasion. Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern time, the late night on campus, our last show of the fall at night. The wife, the family, they're going to get me back. But tonight, Jeff, it's about the late night on campus and the viewers. No holds barred tonight. We'll probably end up going till midnight tonight, which gives us a full 2-hour slot. Got the vodka stacked up in the background there, so we'll have a couple shots as we go along. But, Jeff, great run for us. Bigger and better things. How about it, man?
Yeah, I'm going to miss this show. This is something we created. There was a kind of a need for a show at night on SBR, and I went to them back when we came up with this idea, and I was like, look, there's really no content at night. And it's like you literally go from, like, let's say 4 o'clock Eastern all the way to the next day with no content. And it was like, I was watching Van Pelt's show, and I'm like, we got to have a show kind of like this, but like more or less like where we're watching games and having fun. And that's when we started. We started it like right in March Madness. And I remember like some of the games. You remember that West Virginia Gonzaga game, Donnie, that we bet on? And it's just kind of momentous because like we've had a really fun time at this show. Like it's really just kind of been like a whatever happens, happens. And we're not saying goodbye to it totally. I'm hoping to bring it back like when basketball comes around, which will be in the winter, and it'll be a little bit more content to talk about. But don't worry. I mean, we're not going anywhere. We're going to have shows during the day, and we got some cool things coming up. But this show just it's a lot to do. It takes away a lot of people's nights as far as we're concerned. And Donnie has a wife, and I don't have a wife, but I could go do other things. So it'll be cool. But I'm just doing it. It was kind of our thing.
No, a lot of fun too. And again, usually this is my first Friday night on in a long time, and I definitely wanted to go out in style tonight as we bring it out. Got college football on the card tonight, Major League Baseball, going to hang out, going to talk some stuff. We'll have some fun tonight, no doubt about it.
Yeah, it's definitely depressing. I know we have a good group of kind of guys that listen to the show. They come on at night. Obviously, the show's not as listened to as the shows during the days. I mean, we've at times gotten a lot of listeners during the day, but it's just some people are on different schedules or whatever, and it's again. Maybe play that Bone Thugs and Harmony here. See you at the crossroads or something. But DJ One Mike's in here. Welcome. So DJ One Mike, you only listen to the finale. You don't listen to us ever.
There you go. No, hey, it's a big occasion. It's like watching the final of MASH or like The Sopranos going off the air. I think this can rival, something just like that.
James Stacey's in here from England. Good to have him in here. By the way, I want to shout him out. We never really got to properly talk about it, but James, I heard, had a pretty tough travel schedule to get to Costa Rica. I heard it was nice to have him there. So good for him. I mean, people really go to a lot of lengths to get down to these events, and James did.
James came, he saw, he drank, which we all did, man. It's the way to do it.
But welcome into everyone. Everyone having fun tonight. Obviously watching a little college football. Donnie, it's like fall. It's like I know
the weather's awesome.
I know down at the shore, like it's cool, man. It really is. It's like a fall night, and you got the football on. I got this like pumpkin candle here. It smells like smells like fall. So
and we just went over the total in our Kansas City Royals game. I knew the mojo would have worked out on the late night on campus. I knew it would work out coming back on, Jeff.
There you go. Big men on campus. If no one says thank you, I appreciate the late night. Well, no problem, Brandon. I'm glad you.
Yeah, and again, we want to preface this by saying you're actually going to, just because the late night on campus is ending for the foreseeable future, we'll probably be back on sometime at that point. But you're actually going to see us more together, even though we're losing a show. Trust me on that.
Yeah, we're going to be on every day with the right side of campus, and we also have what else do we have? We have some big things coming up. We have the college trip on Saturday for me. We'll do some NFL stuff for you, and then
me and Jeff, NFL. And we haven't talked about this that much, but a Monday through Friday show at 6 p.m. Eastern time is coming out with I'm going to be the host, and Jeff's going to be on that show at least 2 to 3 times per week with me, manning it up. It's called The Closing Line. It's going to be brought to you right before the game start. A lot of picks, a lot of trends, a lot of guests on the show, a lot of fun we're going to have, and Jeff's going to be right along there with us as well. So
and keep in mind, we haven't talked about this, and I hope everyone will join us on Sunday nights. We're going to have a show similar to this one right before the Sunday night football game, so that'll be kind of an ode to the late night show. So again, have no fear, we'll be around. You guys have made us all richer, literally. Well, that's good. I appreciate that, Marco. I know there's some dumbasses out there, but overall we've had a good community here, and I appreciate all the cool guys. I lost my connection, but could still chat. I'll watch the show tomorrow. All right, Matthew.
Hey, it's going to be. Hey, you know, it's what are we going to say, Jeff? It's going to be around forever on the internet for us. We can always watch.
Yeah, you know, I often wonder, when I'm older, you know, and again,
your kid. Yep, when you have kids in a family, was that you, Dad?
Yeah, and I'll be like, yo, I remember that time. You know, I remember, and you know, that's what's so crazy about life, Donnie. Like, you know, and I hate to say this, but most of the people on here in 20 years, who knows where we'll be? You know, who knows where Donnie will be? Who knows where I'll be? I'll miss, you know, and that's the thing about life. Things always end, and you start new things, and you know, you just got to think about that kind of sometimes when things are ending. But
everything,
you know,
same way as high school. I mean, like last time I walked off a football field in high school, I'm like, I'll never play football again. Ended up playing 4 more years in college. When I was done in college in my last game, oh my God, my life is over. I don't play football anymore. My life continued.
Yeah, I mean, there's always something to look forward to about life. Sure. That's great about it. Definitely, Donnie, we are early into the football season, and I've had a couple good starts to the season, but again, not one of my better nights. Again, hopefully, look, I'm hoping for 1-1 with the premiums tonight. I've started out the season, 2-0. Hopefully, we can get a split here at least. I wouldn't want 0-2, but one of my plays is not looking good at all. And, you know, I said before we started the show tonight, and, you know, it happens, and I think we all know what I'm talking about. You ever have that over where the tempo is just god-awful slow?
Yeah.
Every fucking down, it seems like, you know, the little things don't go your way. Shoestring tackles or steps out of bounds. And then every time you kick or punt, it's down into the red zone of the opposite side. It's just there's no field position. It's just one of those games. Bad penalties, missed field goals. Hopefully we can get a ridiculous second half here and we can get it over here in the Washington Rutgers game. But I got to give it to Rutgers. They're playing some good football. I did not think they would be a team that would hold Washington at 10 points in one half. I mean, Donnie, you go from a team last year in Rutgers who, look, at certain points was giving up tons of yards.
No, brutal. Jeff, not even competitive. Let's not even talk about giving up like anything. They weren't competitive on offense, defense, in any shape or form.
Yeah, it was really amazing. And then you have, you know, them this year, all of a sudden, first game out of the chute, you're holding a Washington to really – you having a really good game against Washington. We'll see what happens. I know Washington is in the red zone, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we get a little –
long way to go in that one, Jeff. I mean, everybody was cashing tickets already. Last night in that Ohio State game, I saw a couple people saying, see, look at all that steam on Florida Atlantic. And okay, is the game over yet? No, it's now 28-10 Navy.
Yeah, we got a long way to go.
Wild, man. It's wild.
No, we got a long way to go. Hopefully, you know, some good things will happen in the second half. We'll see where it goes. I remember in that UMass game, we weren't looking good in the first half total-wise, but they scored like 45 points in the second half. So we'll see how it goes. Betting aside, what do you think the most entertaining thing from a fan base standpoint? Well, I know down at the shore it's supposed to pour all day, so I'll probably be hanging out inside watching football. You know, I don't know. Look, for me, to be honest, I love World Cup qualifiers, to be real with you. But no, I think from a game standpoint, I'm interested to see how Texas comes out against Maryland. Obviously, the big coaching change there. I think Texas has the ability to be really good this year. I'll be interested to see how they come out and their defense plays and how Bouchel looks. That'll be interesting. What about you, Donnie? You have anything?
I'm excited. I'm telling you right now, I already, Saturday's supposed to be my day off spent with the wife, and already I'm starting it up saying, look, we're going to hang out during the day, but nighttime, I need to watch this Florida State-Alabama game. And she just rolls her eyes like, here we go again. But I know it's easy to pick on the best game of the day, quote unquote, but I'm really looking forward to that game. Also want to see like the smaller games out there, which again, that I'm going to pay much more attention to, obviously, as the season goes along, Jeff. Like Miami, Ohio, Marshall. I mean, there are great football games tomorrow that if you can find your little niche on what you like to look for and set it up for the rest of the season. Because Jeff, you know me, I don't bet that much in the beginning of the season. I picked up last night. I didn't even take your play in Oklahoma State full game. I just took it first half because I figured, you were on point with that game. And I'm saying, they're just going to blow them right out. Nice, easy cash for me in the first half. Cashed easily for you full game in that one. But these are the times I lean on other people because, again, I'm still in note-taking mode. It's just what works for me. And when I'm ready to go week 3, week 4, it's going to be a lot of fun. But, yes, I sit back and I'm a big fan right now in collecting data. That's what I'm engaged with.
Aston Villa breaking my heart. Yeah, dude, Aston Villa is terrible. I loved how they thought bringing in John Terry at like 45 years old, they were going to, get into the upper leagues and all of a sudden. But yeah, if you're an Aston Villa fan, Robinson, I didn't know that. Yeah, they've had a tough year, that group. I went to high school with Ricky Williams on the Longhorns. So you went to high school with Ricky Williams. You're on the Longhorns. That makes sense. Good
There you
idea.
go.
By the way, Donnie, we have a voicemail, and I wanted to play this because I found it interesting. And, I don't know if Robinson's a great guy. I don't know if he's serious when he sends these voicemails, if he actually thinks that we watch this. But I'm going to play this because, I want to give him his due. And I actually have something funny to say.
Good evening, gentlemen. It's 15 minutes till the late night on campus. This is Robinson Yepis. Just wanted to chime in on a little take right here. The Seattle Storm lose the game, and guess who's going to get interviewed? Right? They could have clinched the playoff spot, but they didn't. But, it's a good old Sue Bird. Sue Bird had to do.
All-time leading assist person,
right?
I
can't listen to that anymore. We know where he's going with that. Yeah, listen, Robinson, I got to say, you're a great listener. From what I understand, you're a great guy. Donnie said good things about you. But, dude, I care more about, what way the wind's blowing on the beach right now out 70 miles to sea than the WNBA. It is just not something I'm interested in. I hope you make a ton of money betting it. I really do. But are you serious when you send the Sue Bird stuff? What's your beef? She's obviously
I saw some guy down in Houston raises $15 million, and the video that came out had a certain hat on the guy. So, hey, Jeff, we all have these people in our life,
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I just I don't know if he's serious or not when he sends these, but he says that we should get the WNBA package for $14.99. You can get every game. Robinson is the WNBA guy from what I understand, but I never know if he's serious with some of these. Are you going to be on the show in the morning? Yes, I will be. I'm on the show every week. Washington needs 29 points in 30 minutes. Well, Rutgers can score some too, hopefully.
Yeah, you never know what happened in that game. Well, what you want to do, Jeff, is exactly what just happened. You had Washington with a touchdown to go up 17-7. Now you put the pressure on Rutgers that says, look, we're just going to hang around to see if we can keep it close late.
Yeah.
Now you're at the point where Rutgers is going to have to do something. So what happens, Jeff? Two things. 3 and outs, interceptions, or touchdowns, and you got to love that.
Yeah, hopefully just turns into a track meet, that's kind of the goal here. Let's
by the way, Jeff, before we get into to this card here, you meet a ton of people on Twitter. You don't know who's going to respond or what people are looking for or surfing for. People were coming out of the woodwork today on my Corey Clement comment saying, Corey Clement has gained, 120 yards through 4 preseason games. And if you listen to the radio in Philadelphia, we're supposed to cut Sproles, Blunt, and Wendell Smallwood because Clement's been fantastic. Am I missing something here? Did I miss an undrafted rookie gaining 3.7 yards over 4 games in a preseason that doesn't matter is a must-use running back now, where if we cut him, it's what? Season's a wrap.
Look, I think you're being a little harsh. Listen, he hasn't played much, and from what I've seen, he's been very effective. I'll tell you one thing. I think this team has an issue in the running game. I don't know if what they have is good enough. I like Sproles, surely. I like some things Wendell Smallwood does when he's in there. But, I think we've seen, and I don't want to give up on it, but I don't think Donald Pumphrey looks lost. He doesn't look like he belongs on the field. If it's me, I cut Pumphrey. I don't want to say that.
No way. They're not cut.
No, I know they're not going to. I know they're not going to. But if it was my decision, I would cut Pumphrey. And I love him. I'm a San Diego State guy. He was a great college running back, but I just don't think he's big enough to play in the NFL. He's brittle. Sproles has somehow gained he's been able to do it. It's been unbelievable. But, yeah, look, Clement, I think if you said to me, if you gave me a piece of canvas and said, draw me a running back that looks like a running back, I would say Clement looks the most like a running back out of that group. Is he the most talented? No, of course not. But he looks like a running back. And I don't know if they have anyone that looks like a running back in this team. They either have a really big guy that just road grades and gets a couple tough yards, or they have that scat back out of the backfield.
I'm really looking like this cut down days. Again, we're not used to seeing an avalanche of about 40 to 45 people cut in one day per team. It's going to be outrageous to watch. And the Eagles, who Nick Foles hasn't even practiced, for 2-3 weeks, shows up one day, misses like the next 5 days, hasn't played a single snap in preseason. You cut McGloin, Jeff, and you cut Evans today. So you basically have one healthy quarterback on your roster. Another interesting move, but there's going to be a lot of people shaking loose over the next 24 hours because I believe, Jeff, around I think it's 3 or 4 o'clock Eastern tomorrow that you have to have your cut list in. All hell is going to break loose, man. It's going to be fun.
Pumphrey has so much potential. Look, a lot of people have potential, but again,
he's going to get stats. They're not cutting him, and I doubt if they let him go to the practice squad, he wouldn't get signed by somebody else. And you saw it last night. Pumphrey left the game to be evaluated for like a concussion. That's going to turn into a IR stash. Just what the NFL does.
I'm not saying that Pumphrey's a good kid. I'm aware that he's a great kid. He's the all-time leading rusher in college football. But again, at some point you have to say to yourself, is this someone that we can wait on? And I don't know if at running back this team can wait. I just don't. Here's a good one. How do you people follow and handicap all these teams? The Colorado State game. How do you know the game will turn out? I don't know anyhow. Well, first we don't know. We don't have a crystal ball. We try our best to learn as much as we can. And as far as how do you follow all these teams, you pretty much sit here and read and watch.
That's our job, theoretically.
I've often said if I ever went to prison, I feel like I would cap just as good because all I have is time there. And I'm able to sit here, and I owe a lot to my medication that I'm on, my Adderall. That allows me to sit here and focus and do what I need to do. But it's really about you sitting down and saying, I'm going to put time into this. I'm going to try to learn as much as I can. And I'm not the best handicapper, though. I'll never tell you that. I'm not going to tell you I made millions of dollars. One thing I will tell you, I do think I have one of the best minds in the business as far as remembering, knowing where things are going, knowing teams and players. That's what I try to master. So we all have our things. But Donnie made a noise. What was that all about?
What, like ooh?
Yeah, you went ooh.
Yeah, best mind in the business.
Oh, well thanks.
There you go. Yeah,
appreciate that. I am the small school expert. I'm the king. So you want to come at me, make sure you come at me. Donnie, there have been drops for big plays. Yep, of course there have. That was my main
college,
goal.
Man. And how about NIU, Jeff, up 10-3 now, baby boy. Yes, sir.
Our boys. Let's go over some of the action earlier. Eastern Michigan wins and covers. Nice job by them. I wasn't laying 14 or 13.5 with them, but they get the job done winning by 17. Wasn't easy, but they got the job done. Game stayed way under the total. Charlotte really struggled to move the football. Donnie, how about this turn of events tonight? Go. Army wins 64-6, and they don't complete a pass.
Yeah, now see, Jeff, I'm kind of disappointed in you. Like we did a show today, which nobody saw for test purposes there. But all week long, you tout these military schools.
Yeah.
And then you saw a game lineup, Thunderdome for Army. They boat race Fordham, which, again, I don't know much about Fordham. I know you put your time in with FCS and do stuff like that. But as a proponent of the military schools, Jeff, very disappointed in you with that one.
Yeah, no, look, they've been good to me. And I got 21.5. I got CLV on the game. I just lost. Listen, it was a bad pick. It was definitely – that's what happens when you bet FCS teams, but it was an avalanche. Drew Martin and I have talked about it. When that option gets going, it's hard to stop. And 513 yards tonight on the ground for Army. Threw the ball twice, didn't complete a pass. You don't see that often. Amazing stuff, really impressive. And that's an impressive win. FCS-wise, Fordham is a good football team. They didn't look like it tonight, but – I'll tell you this, that's a really impressive thing. I guess they got some revenge tonight for a couple years ago. I'm watching live on my phone, but also first part I missed on another screen. Yeah, Vig, you're not too talkative tonight after guaranteeing a U.S. win. That was not a good call by you.
I saw somebody putting out a video earlier today, Jeff, a snippet. They were live in the Grand Casino with everybody watching the Costa Rica game.
Yeah, those guys doing that were Americans, from what I understand. I guess they've traded their allegiance.
So disrespectful.
By the way, though, that's why I don't root for the U.S. They're hard to watch. Every time you think they have an opportunity to do something big, they go and do something like that. And it wasn't a good performance. Clint Dempsey continues to sit on the bench, probably their best player, but what do I know? How are your plays going today, Loose Cunt? I guess I don't know. I haven't heard. That was despicable, he says. Yes, it was. It was despicable.
It was in the United States. It was in Harrison. First of all, Harrison, New Jersey. What, they play in like somebody's backyard? Like, what's in Harrison, New Jersey?
That's where the Red Bulls play. The Red Bulls in the MLS play there. It's again, it's not a big town. You're right, but it's just outside of Newark. So I don't know if it's technically like right in the middle of Harrison. It's more like in Newark, but yeah, no, it was a bad performance tonight by them. A couple other games, Donnie, currently in progress. By the way, you did win your baseball game tonight. Is that correct?
Yeah, 7-3, Kansas City in the 6th inning. Obviously, it was 9.5 plus 100. Pretty easy one right off the bat. They jumped. They scored at, 8 runs in the first 5 innings. So just was waiting on that final 2-run shot and got it. So not too much stress on that one tonight.
Touchdown, nice. Navy. Another touchdown. Zach Abbey is a special football player, Donnie. I'm going to tell you right now. This kid is something else. And the Kiffin defense is getting buried.
Jeff, all the Sharps knocked that line down 5 points. Told you about it, too.
Yeah. Well, and look, we have a long way to go, but that's what's great about the Navies, the Armies. They just bleed that clock. Before you know it, it's 3 minutes left in the third
and also,
quarter.
Jeff, you know what I like about having a team like an Air Force and Army and Navy? Because let's just say they need a touchdown at the end of the game. There's 5 minutes to go. There's really no such thing as them running out the clock because they're just running their offense. It's a great offense.
I mean, it's great because
that late touch.
Yeah, and it's like, look, there's 1 minute left in the third quarter. It's like, and look, Florida Atlantic had the ball once, 3 and out, and they've had the ball one time in a quarter. It's really impressive. Let's look at some games, Donnie, that are currently in progress. One moment here.
Another great catch, man. That kid can play.
Who are we talking about here?
Pettis. Or was that Pettis? No, I'm sorry. Gaskin got that one. Okay.
Yeah, no, they have a good offense. They'll get going. Utah State, Donnie, how about this? Shutting out.
I love it, man. You know what? I didn't care about that game. I was like, hey, Utah State, I root for them in the conference that they're in. I like the way they play. I like their head coach and all that stuff. But this is catching me real off guard. If you turned off the TV, turned it back on, didn't know anything about these two schools, you'd be like, damn, Utah State is – I mean, this Wisconsin team, what are they, Division II?
Keep in mind, they are in the red zone looking to score first and goal for 3. Should get a touchdown here before half. Go into the locker room and kind of recapture the magic here. Boston College, a field goal just come off the board, I believe. Nope, it's on the board. 10-3, Northern Illinois up 10-3. I like them in that game. We'll see how it goes. Over kind of getting there. We'll see how that goes. And you know what? I'm going to come out and say it. Everyone got in Colorado State tonight. Everybody got. All you motherfuckers got. Because Colorado State acted like they were a big-time program, and they're getting shut the fuck down tonight by a Colorado team that lost their whole fucking defense and their coordinator. How about Colorado tonight? What a night from them.
No, we've talked about it, Jeff. Out of sight, out of mind. Everybody last week, there wasn't that many games on Saturday, so everybody sat back and was like, damn, that's a really good football team. Rivalry next week. Colorado hasn't played yet, lost their quarterback last year, but we know how good Steven Montez looked good tonight. And we know how well that team can play. And again, we're not talking about some low-down chump program or some lower-level Power 5 school. Colorado was legit last year, man.
No, they were. They were a team that really had a great season, and Mike McIntyre does a good job there. We'll see how that goes. Having date night with the wife, but wanted to jump on and say you love you guys and really appreciate everything you do. Thank you, Austin. We appreciate it. Good listener there. And before we get into the rest of the show, I do want to shout out all the listeners. A lot of the regular guys, Marco Lou, Robinson, Loose Cunt, Big Simon, Young Jeezy. Guys like Armin Himyosa. Who else do we have in here? Chris Edge. All the guys that came to the Hamburger. Right. He's not in here tonight, but shout out to him. Lawrence Sturcio, James Stacy, Jim Bean, Burns, wherever he is. Rob Job. Googie. Yeah, we blocked him. Rob Job, Matthew Tremenifo. Antoine Seymour, who I think is your cousin.
That's right. Yes, absolutely, man. Good to see my brothers in here, man.
Best Gambler's been with me for a long time. He used to my podcast originally. All the guys, Reggie, Joe D, everyone that's listened to us and made the show a better place, we appreciate it. And Donnie, I saved one person for last because we've had a mutually negative experience with each other.
It's been a hate-hate relationship for a while.
It's definitely been a hate-hate relationship for sure. And the reason being is the guy got under my skin. He bothered me, annoyed me. And if he is a lawyer, he's probably a pretty decent one because he can argue pretty well. But I do want to shout out Tho Marino. Look, I don't know if you continue to troll me. I don't know who you are.
I hope you do. I hope you
could be every troll on the internet that's ever bothered me, or you could just be a guy that I've been negative to and I shouldn't have been. I apologize. I hope you continue to listen to the show. From what I can see, you're a pretty intelligent listener.
But he only has it on in the background, though, Jeff. You got to remember that.
Like, well,
he's probably vacuuming, cooking at the same time, but has us on in the background.
He might not be even listening right now, but if he is, I hope he hears this ode and hears it. At the end of the day, I'll never start shit with people. Just got to feed it up. Guan White, he's in here. Thank you to Guan. Guan's one of the best listeners. Look, Tho Marino, you were personal to me. We can't get away from that. You've called me names a lot. I know who you are on Twitter, Tho Marino. I think we all know you're NBA better 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we all know.
Where's
that.
Rich Banks? Caps Lock. Caps Lock's not in here right now.
Yeah, Caps Lock's not in here. I've had trouble with him as well. But overall, in short, I hope he's been part of the show, and we'll shout him out. As far as Rich Banks, he's not in here. We say hello to him. All the people that have been in here. Look, we're not going to remember everyone, but we appreciate all of you. Tweety Dimes got featured on VSiN because of the sure winner yesterday on the Okie game. You're kidding me. I didn't.
What did they screenshot him out?
I didn't hear about that. What happened?
Oklahoma State, or you mean the Ohio State game?
Marco, even have Oklahoma State? Yeah, Marco, what happened? I didn't hear about that. What the hell happened? Florida Atlantic going for it on 4th and 6, Donnie. They're going to take it to the fourth quarter. So this could be a big point of the game here. How do you feel about Kentucky Southern Miss? I'm liking the over. That's an interesting game. Southern Miss getting 10.5, and I want to take them. The one problem I have with Southern Miss is, what are you getting from the quarterback position? Is Quadra Greggs ready to run this offense? I don't know if he is, but I do think they're the play in this game. I think it'll be good enough. Ito Smith is a really good running back, a dynamic guy that I think can carry this team. They're a group that's going to be able to throw the football. I would take them. I think they can get the job done here. Wouldn't be surprised to see them win. They beat Kentucky last year. Kentucky's a bad team. They're not gonna do much to worry me. So yeah, I would go with them. Kelly in Vegas going to be on the show? No, we're not having her on. No. Kelly in Vegas could get it. Not my type, but I wish you luck, loose cunt, with that. At times, persona, but I think general, just sports arguing. Yeah, no, I understand. Donnie's wife is pissed, so it's ending. No.
Could be.
For the third time, we're ending the show because we have a lot going on, and we're moving to other avenues here at SBR. So we'll be back later in the winter. Drew Martin, what's up?
There he is. I was just about to do a Drew Martin impression.
Drew Martin, I wonder what he's up to. I haven't seen much of him this week. We were supposed to do videos, but he never got back to me. So I had to take all my football information somewhere else. How about Wyoming covering at Iowa? Yeah, I would lean that way. I wonder about the Wyoming stuff. Is that quarterback ready to lead that team? Is he ready to be the guy? He's a Heisman Trophy candidate, from what I've heard. He's the big guy out in Wyoming country. Donnie, do you think he's a?
Allen, do you think? Yeah, I like him. I think he's a good quarterback. Yeah.
I do. I don't know if, and I got to see a little bit more. I don't know if he's ready to be a number one pick. But I'm only kidding with Drew. Drew's fine. I'm only messing with him. On the money tank. Let's not bring up the money tank. We have
By the way, how come nobody had? Did anybody get back on this Tweety comment? Like, what are we doing?
What do we have?
Come on.
Yeah, Marco Lou,
don't hold us up on stuff like this. Is breaking news. Man.
Yeah, Marco, you put this out there. We have to hear about what happened. I bet Mrs. Seymour is cool because my girl is over LNOC. LOL. What do you mean your girl's over LNOC? You got to have her call in or something and like.
She does. I mean, look at tonight. Like, we're going out with a bang. We ask Zach to be on the show. He said he has to read a book to his wife tonight. I mean, we can't even get any love for this show, huh?
No. We try to get Zach Jones to come on the show and like say goodbye to us. We couldn't even get him to come on. It was that big a deal. So, whatever. But
Drew Martin, Kelly in Vegas here, talking about the Mayweather fight. Kelly, what are your thoughts? Was that any good? Is that any good?
No, this is Drew Martin.
All right, go ahead.
And we're going live.
All right, I got one for you. Ready? Teddy, Fordham, Army. Bad beats, bad books, bad for the books, bad for business. Talk about it. How about that?
Yes. That's actually a pretty good Paul Howard impression, actually. I have to say.
We're going in. Miami Dolphins starting out. Teddy, 50-1 MVP race. I don't see what it has. We're here with SBR Sports Picks and Bet Online.
Up next on Sports Bet.
I love doing impressions, man. I love it.
All right, what do you got for me? Do one for me.
With you? Yeah. All right, hold on. It has to be something like chat box worthy on there. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Jeff, Tom Marino just called you out on there. That piece of shit. And if you're going to come at what's your saying? Give me your saying.
You come at the king, you best not miss, motherfucker.
My favorite shit talk from you ever was you won a game and then called the chat box a bunch of pussies and eat it. By far my favorite thing you've ever said out of nowhere. It was jubilation out of you, so you had to tell the chat box you're just a bunch of pussies and eat it.
Oh, dude, that was a great one. I will say that was a really funny part when I don't know if you've ever seen this on Sportsbet, but I guess Teddy said something about one of the sponsors, and Paul flipped out. Like Paul goes, "No, I will not insult a sponsor. No," and he just flipped out. It was really funny. I wonder if anyone is watching that never commented.
Yes, Low Hanging Fruit had to make an account and got right up in here. I like it.
Oh, there's plenty of people that don't comment on here. I don't know if they don't know how or they just don't.
Jeff, you got a big base hit into the gap. Maybe you covered an over or a side or a run line there, and you just flipped two birds to the live chat and told them they were all pussies out there. We got to go back. We might have to get a highlight. Somebody's going to have to go back. Again, it's probably hard to do, but just cut up some of these great night footage where we just went off. How about the night, Jeff, where Michael Conforto with the Mets game where we came on and I had 8 runs by the third inning and I needed 8.5 and it came down the last at bat and I just sat back in my chair and was ready to kill somebody.
We've had a couple of those, dude. I remember the one time when that fucking Greg Holland gave up that 3-run home run to Yan Gomes. It was about a month ago. And we had to come on the air literally 2 minute after it happened.
And I told you what happened. He kept yelling at me like it didn't happen.
Yeah, because Donnie was in front of me. He was like, I guess he had it before I did. And I thought he was kidding. He's saying it. And I'm just like, come on, dude, stop fucking around. Then I go and see it, and I'm like, what the motherfucker? But yeah, we've had some fun times. But yeah, the funnest time, Donnie, we've had on here was that time when we had Gonzaga, West Virginia.
Yes,
we were all just like,
what a heart attack, man.
Yeah, we were cheering our asses off. That was some fun stuff. Yan Gomes is awful. That's totally true. Donnie, I came up with a list, and I think this is something fun we can do kind of, as an ode to college football. We all know college football is great. Who's going to argue with that, Donnie? I mean, college football is the best, isn't it?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
But I feel like there's a lot of things about college football that we forget that we are going to have to deal with now that it's back. So I came up with a list, and I'm hoping we can remember some of this stuff when we're remembering how great college football is. Big Man on Campus, are you from Philly? Yes, I lived in South Philadelphia for a lot of years. Donnie's from South Jersey. This show's awesome. I'm really looking forward to Pete and Big Man on Saturday. Thank you, Luis Khan. Appreciate that. We're looking forward to it as well.
The hell are you, Lou? The hell are you?
Drew's one of my favorites at SBR. Love his dedication. Drew, dedicated? Nah, they don't go. Those two don't go together. I'm dedicated, motherfucker. I love Win. Donnie Win celebrates, and Jeff's like, "Are you done?" Oh yeah, that's the best when Donnie admits
you do that to me though. You don't take any joy in my winning. It's like, all right, next.
Well, I mean, how many times we had to hear about that? I mean,
again, am I winning too much? Is that the problem with us?
Well, no. I mean, we get it. You won. I mean, how many times we got to mention it? And by the way, if you come onto the show tonight and you get offended by what we're saying, get over yourself.
Brandon Cummings, West Philadelphia. There you go.
Brandon, where are you from in West Philly? I got to tell you some stories.
It's over by 69, Jeff. It's over by 69.
Well, that's Upper Darby, but West Philly, I got to tell you, there are a lot of places I love in the world, but West Philadelphia is one of my favorites. There's nothing better, Donnie, on a Saturday morning, about 8 o'clock, waking up, get in your car, walking up the street, get in your car, drive over to Grays Ferry Bridge, drive down Greenway Avenue, get into Southwest Philly, get into West Philly, park at 52nd and Market. They used to be.
There you go. Look at that, right on cue in the chat box.
Yeah, he's so right. I used to park on on one of the little streets there, and there used to be Arabs everywhere. And I'm not talking about Arabs like Arab. I'm talking about Arabs that sell shit. And I used to get all my shit there, all my mixtapes, all my oils, all my everything. And Donnie, there's nothing better than Muslim oil. Okay, if you have Muslim oil, you're a real motherfucking G. And the best over there. I love West Philadelphia. It's one of my favorite places. So shout out to you for coming in here. Chitwood about to come in here.
I don't know. I'm glad you picked that
Michael Chitwood, motherfucker. Yes, I know who you're talking about. He's the best on Channel 6. Beard oil.
Yes, hilarious.
Yeah, it is beard oil, but I used to wear it around my neck. I don't wear it on my beard. Yes, Brandon. Welcome in. You're my new favorite listener.
Pretty funny.
Phil Marino has his best moment. I got to read this.
There you go. First play of the fourth quarter. Gaskins catches a touchdown. Here we go. We got some opening.
Good. Let's keep it going. Phil Marino, my favorite moment on the show was the Vitalis phone call. I remember the Vitalis phone call. I was actually sitting right next to where I am now, and I remember Vitalis called in and called me a bully. I remember that. Do you remember that, Donnie?
Yes, I do. Nope.
And I he actually, I don't think he ever listened to the show again after that.
Damn.
We lost a listener, but I do want to shout out Vitalis. From what I understand, he had quite the connection in the Royals locker room tonight. I don't know how that worked out. He said to fade the Royals. Don't know if he ended up doing it, but I hope he didn't because it didn't work. Yes, he said I'm a bully. That's right. Good point, Donnie. A good point, though, Marino. Good one. That was a good one. Donnie, let me get to this list. A couple things I hate about college football and things that annoy me.
Yep.
The biggest annoying thing, the pan to the crowd and you see 8,000 kids going like this. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That's fucking daft. The worst, isn't it?
How about if you have three bros in a hot tub at the Rutgers game? Is that all okay? You see those cutaways?
Oh, I did see those guys. Yeah. Vitalis is a tout? Really? I didn't. No way. That can't be true. Is that true?
I don't know. Is he? Does he sell picks? I know he gives picks out. I don't know if he sells.
Yeah, Marco, let's not get away from the thing at hand here. You brought something up about Tweety Dimes, and we never heard about it.
Can we get a screen? Is it like a screenshot that says like he was on? What would he be on there for, though?
I have his number. I'll have to call him and see. You want to call him live in the air, Donnie?
No, he ain't picking. There's no way he's picking up.
No, he'll definitely pick. He loves me. He'll pick up. But we'll see. So dab in the crowd. That's one of my least favorite things.
Mm-hmm.
Third and long, and you consistently can't get off the field. Is there anything worse about that?
Or the third and long give up play, like 3rd and 12, you hand it off up the middle, and you're like, good, we're going to get off the field. And they get like 14 yards out of it. Yeah,
it's the absolute worst, isn't it?
By the way, Jeff, I don't know if you remember, the first season this was underway, I believe it was the fall of 2006. I actually went to the Miami-Florida State game at the old Orange Bowl, which Miami ended up losing that game. But do you remember that college football wanted to speed the game up? And one of the things they were doing was they were starting the clock before first down. Do you remember that rule?
No, I don't.
Unbelievable. Like you had, like if you were, let's just say you punted and you had 3 timeouts left and you punted it to, let's just say like Florida State or whatever. Like you actually had to call a timeout, Jeff, to stop the clock before they even snapped the football. How ludicrous was that rule, man?
It's very ludicrous. That's a good point, Donnie. Good way to bring that one up. By the way, Donnie, lightning involved down in Boca Raton. That's delayed.
Oh, that's South Florida, man.
For Navy absolutely. By the way, Donnie, how about this turn of events? Central Connecticut State covers, and I told you, Donnie, the key to capping these big games.
1 touchdown.
Can they score a touchdown? Shout out to Connecticut State. They cover and get the job done there.
And that was with Syracuse punching in, random ass touchdowns late in that game too.
Dino Babers going for the kill shot. Rob Job's talking about that right now. Couple other ones, Donnie, here. Bad snaps. Bad snaps is one of my least favorite things, especially when I'm betting on a guy that just cannot snap the ball correctly.
What, the Florida Atlantic kid in the first quarter?
Yeah, that kind of brought it up. But it's like Jason Kelsey has an issue with that. I mean, bad snaps. It's like,
yes, dude, you're snapping at the dude's ankle repeatedly in like a big spot. Like 3rd and 6, quarterback loves when he has to catch the ball at his ankle. Yeah.
It's so irritating. Is there anything worse? And we see it now a lot, Donnie, with this constant flags every play.
I mean, that's just,
you sometimes have those officials where it's just like constant flags every play. There's nothing worse.
Yeah, and like no rhyme or reason for the flag. Like not being consistent. Like you have like a 3rd and 1 where they run the ball for 1.5 yards up the middle. You're dropping a 10-yard flag down. Come on, man.
For $60, you can become a season ticket holder for the University of Seattle. Good to know.
The Pilots? What are they? What's Seattle's university, Jeff?
Little whack basketball, Donnie. How about that?
What's Seattle's mascot? Is it the Pilots? The Portland?
No, their mascot's the Hawks, Red Hawks, I believe. I think they're the Red Hawks, Seattle Red Hawks. Someone could let us know. I think they're the Red Hawks, though, from what I can remember. Yep, Red Hawks. I'm good with mascots.
Stupid coaches. I mean, I'm good. I mean, you're gonna follow. You guys probably, most of you follow me on Twitter. Like, I'm just an angry animal when it comes to managers in baseball and coaches in football that just don't do the right thing, man. That just don't do the right thing.
My least favorite thing is when I only need 1 point for the cover and the coach goes for 2 points, they miss, and I lose my bet. Well, that happened in the that's what happened and made that Central Michigan, West Kentucky the worst beat ever because on that Bahamas Bowl, they went for 2 instead of just tying.
Yeah, exactly.
Remember that?
My God.
Seattle U is D1 in college. Yep, I know. They're up in the WAC. That's a good conference. And NCAA football taking over SBR. Yeah, I mean, who cares about it?
Nope, we're gonna have an NFL coming up. Best gambler, women doing play-by-plays in football game. Yes, and hold on. Now look, I try not to be sexist, but sometimes guys just like, you just want the game to be ref by guys. Umpires are guys. I get women. Can't they just do like women's sports? But did I see yesterday the head referee was a woman in the Central Michigan game? Is that true?
I believe.
I mean, what?
Dude, Donnie, you always say that.
I don't want to sound sexist, man. I don't even want to sound sexist, but it's just
you always say that, but you are kind of sexist.
But they can't do it as good, man. They can't. I don't care. I'll say it.
All right. Well, you're not gonna have an argument. My favorite.
Why are the refs in the NBA like what is it, the Violet Tom or whatever the Violet where like literally they have to find like NBA players like hundreds of thousands of dollars to make it so they don't make a comment about her again when all they do is want to clown her. Like it like what? Why? Like can't you just coach like women's basketball or the WNBA? Come on, man. Jeez.
Dude, one thing I hate. There's an official in NBA named Lauren Holcamp. She's possibly the worst ref I've ever seen. She's actually decently attractive, but she's just really an irritating ref. My favorite, which only happens in college football, is when a defensive score on a 2-point conversion fucks you over. Yeah, that's
that's random, though.
Donnie, when punters try to run with the ball, I always love that one. That's an irritating one. Throwing short of the sticks consistently. I mean, that happens in the NFL a lot. Carson Wentz has done that a couple different times. Throwing short of the sticks is irritating. Know where the fucking sticks are. Know where to go. Know where to get out of bounds. Stop throwing short of the sticks. Very irritating. How
about Jeff with like a 3-man booth? Like you need a 3-man booth for football and baseball, Jeff? Mm-hmm. Like do we need a 3-man booth?
Or putting Teddy Covers in there. Or not Teddy Covers. Teddy Atlas. The other Teddy.
Yeah, for an action game out of nowhere. There wasn't even like a cross reference like, a big boxing match was going to take place somewhere in the MAC that night or something. Yeah, that was really interesting.
Are you guys still doing Bet DSI with Loshak, Neil Ogden? Yes, Loshak will be doing that with Brent from Bet DSI, which, Donnie, I have to say, I've followed SBR for a long time. That is one of the original programming things on SBR, the Bet DSI guy that comes on and talks about lines, which, by the way, one of my knocks has always been with that. Why are we finding this out right before kickoff? I'd like to know when these moves happen, when they happen. I don't want to know about them after. I want to know about the moves when they happen. One other one, Donnie. Commercial coming back from kickoff then right after.
Yeah, don't even. I mean, it's the NFL is just a straight up clown show when it comes to not understanding what your customers actually want. And again, I know it's big bills. And by the way, Jeff just got a touchdown for Rutgers.
Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Keep it rolling.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Keep it rolling there. But no, the commercials in football, it doesn't have to be that way. Like, what? You got to be kidding me. Like, Jeff, the most popular sport in the world, the most generating of revenue sport in the world, does not break for a freaking commercial during action, a la soccer. Why can't we do that in the NFL?
What, where there's no commercials until the half?
Yes. Why can't we do it? And why can't you just say, all right, well, at halftime, we'll make it instead of 12 minutes, 15 minutes, and we'll have nothing but commercials. Run 57 straight commercials at halftime and then come back. Why can't we do that? That's
what's great about soccer. It's extremely efficient. It's over quick. They time it perfectly. There's, again, there's some times where they have the extra time goes a little long, but overall, I mean, it's really an efficient game. And that's one thing that the other sports need to catch up to. Are you on Rutgers, Jeff? No, I'm on the over, which I need points. Why 2-minute warning and then always a commercial? I don't know.
Yeah, the touchdown. And again, it's even worse for primetime games, get the extra commercial break per quarter, which is just absolutely asinine and brutal. There's got to be a better way. And you hear Roger Goodell talk about it. It's like, hey, we're probably going to look into this touchdown, kickoff, both of these commercials. I'm like, you think? You think you're going to do that? And why can't you have, like, during the game, would anybody get upset, Jeff, if you took, let's just say there was nonstop, football, and you just in the top right-hand corner, you ran like a Visa commercial, the Budweiser commercial, but during play. You know what I mean? Like, why can't we do that? Oh, you got to – nobody concentrates on the goddamn commercial either. Like, well, they have to watch commercials, otherwise not. Nobody – do you sit there and watch the commercial? I flip to the red zone. What is the commercial even for anymore?
I hear you. Donnie, I'm trying to remember in college, for it to be an official game, it's got to go, 55 minutes, right?
For what? College game? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Jeff, good point out there right there was the loose cunt says the like where are we at in this country where if a guy runs on the field, we can't show it? Does it deter the next guy? Like, what did I miss?
Yeah,
it's hilarious to watch, but does it deter? No. You know what deters the people? Now that you can actually, blow up a government building and probably get less time than you do now, or a fine from running on the field with quote unquote terroristic threats. Now that's what it's called. Used to be back in the day, Jeff, like the 70s and 80s. Ha ha ha. Look at that guy. They tackled him. They just threw him out of the stadium, maybe give him a $50 ticket, and he was on his way. Now it's like, you're doing 3 to 6 years in Shawshank somewhere.
Yeah, no, I never understood running on the field. I don't know why people do it, but again, people don't stop doing it. I don't know why they don't just show it. As far as, they show everything now. I mean, we watch, constant violence on TV. We can't see some guy running on the field.
Yeah, and the best part is, and then the announcers, Jeff, there's some idiot on the field. That's why we're not showing this to you. Like, they're so above it. Like, my God.
Get this idiot off the field. Hey, big man, when's the show with Pete? 11 o'clock a.m. Yeah. Where else are we at here? Now you know what really grinds my fucking gears, Pac-12 Network, and the fact that I have a Fire Stick to watch game. Yeah, Pac-12 Network's shitty. I hate
it. And most of the time it's not even in HD, if it is at all.
Yeah. Oh, right. Good point, Don.
Isn't that? I mean, what's up with that?
Yeah, that isn't an irritating thing about Pac-12 Network. It's never in HD.
Why does a cable company not be able to get it in? I don't even understand that, because this is the first year, Jeff. I have Comcast. The baseball ticket on TV was not HD, which now this year they have a pilot program. You can get them all in HD, which is great, fantastic. But why can't I get it? Is it some rocket science? I can't get a pack. Same thing with the NBA, which they probably change it now this year. You couldn't get the NBA package in HD. Like, what gives on that? What's the deal, man?
Let me ask you a question. Why is there any standard definition channels anymore?
I don't know. It doesn't even make
sense.
Are we
to the point now where it's like it shouldn't cost extra to have HD? I mean, who doesn't have an HD TV?
No, even that. Like, my mother-in-law comes over and she always puts on like standard definition. I'm like, get this goddamn thing off the TV. Always. Like, channel 6 is like 806 in our area. She just goes right to 06, because that's just what old people do.
I mean,
What's the difference? I don't even see the difference in the picture. What are you, blind?
Yeah.
Come on.
What do you mean you don't see the difference?
Jeez.
It's like you see people sweat. You see everything. What do you mean you don't see the fucking difference? Old people are the worst. Pac-12 HD, not HD on the East Coast. Yeah. Why? Would that be the market you'd want to target? I mean, wouldn't that make sense to get?
I mean, what is this, Jeff? Be in sports? You know what I mean? What are we doing here?
Oh, dude, be in sports. Can I talk about be in sports for a second? Great point.
The greatest.
It has honestly Ray Hudson, who could be the greatest commentator in any sport, in any sport ever. He's the best. But you have some of the worst HD I've ever had. Go and be in sports, guys, right now and look at the HD. I mean, it's so bad. I mean, it's unbelievably bad. It's astounding that that's their HD. I tweeted them constantly, and they never get back to me, which, is all right. But get some fucking better HD done.
Jeff, time to drink it up tonight. I told her we'd be pouring a little bit of it out for the boys.
Who we pouring
out? My favorite brand. We'll go a little Ciroc, and we'll have a couple of these bad boys as the night goes on.
Oh, you're drinking? I didn't know you like Ciroc.
Oh, Ciroc. Ciroc's my favorite, man. Come on, I got Cuban. People laugh.
Yeah,
and the best thing is this is just for Robinson Yepes. I'm gonna do a shot. I'm gonna chase it with a diet soda right behind it.
I mean, let's see you do a shot live.
There we go. Woo, good one. Tasty. Mm-hmm.
What color is it? What kind?
No, just regular. Usually it's coconut, but this was just right.
Donnie, have you ever heard this announcer do soccer? Have you ever heard this guy?
Who?
Messi trying to split two, cuts around, again. Messi starts the shot, and it's just wide. Yeah, he's a rocket. Let me look for goal. There's your Romeo.
You ever hear that guy? Mm-mm. He comes up with these amazing like phrases that he says. I have to somehow send it to you sometime. But I love announcers like that. Now it's crazy because I hate Gus Johnson just because he's like.
I love Gus. I love him
all the time. It's just but some of these guys are just really good. Gus Johnson's one loud fuck. I can't stand that. Donnie, they're liking the Ciroc. Very good.
Yeah. You know what's funny about that too? Now let me know if anybody gets it. We all go out and we have our go-to drinks, right? For a long time in my early 20s, it was Jack and Coke, rum and Coke. But I started liking, as I get older, more refined taste, whiskeys and vodka. But when Ciroc came out, and I like flavored vodka, but I don't like really cheap flavor, like Absolute and stuff like that. I don't like that. Higher end, even Grey Goose and stuff. But every time I go to a restaurant, I always ask for Ciroc. And I got a feeling when I asked for it, Jeff, the waiter, the bartender, they give me that little look, why are you asking for Ciroc? Why? What's wrong with it? What's wrong? Anybody else get hated on for what they drink at the bar? I really feel, see, look at that. Thanks, Donnie. Keep supporting black businesses. Is that why I get it? Because Ciroc's a black-owned company, and I'm just what are you, a rapper?
Yeah.
It's my prep. What's wrong with that?
I think it is kind of when I see white people drinking Ciroc.
Grey Goose or Belvedere because I'm a white guy?
When I see
Jeff, come on.
When I see white people drinking Ciroc, it is kind of
yes, and you're hating on me too. Yeah, come on, man.
Donnie, listen, I'm about as black as they come, so I can drink Ciroc. I get in with the brothers, so it doesn't matter.
But I feel there's a stigma when I order Ciroc. I'm not this.
Because you're a corny ass white dude. That's why.
Oh, come on, man.
Do you guys think that the New Jersey Supreme Court ruling on sports betting will pass? I do, eventually. Next year or so, I would think so. It's getting really close. Gus Johnson's the man. What makes him the man? He's the fucking worst.
Who doesn't like Gus Johnson? Stop it.
I don't. I hate him. He's annoying. All he does is scream. It's the fucking worst. I like vodka and ice with a lime squeeze.
Delicious. Yes. See, now we're talking vodka. Now I'm liking this.
Some of the worst announcers. Musburger. Vern Lundquist. He's terrible. Dick Vitale. He's horrible. This idiot, Gus Johnson. Lightning and Boca. Yeah, we're waiting it out here, unfortunately.
Jeff, why the hate? Why the hate when I go to the bar and I order and I actually order coconut Ciroc? Why the hate?
Dude,
why hating on me on that, man?
Because you're a corny white dude. That's why.
Don't they know
tell
them
you're Cuban. I mean,
I should. Most people don't believe that.
Dude, I will say, Don, and I'm not even kidding. You do look Cuban to me, honestly. I mean,
I am. My mother's 50% Cuban. My grandmother's 100% Cuban. Hundy spot.
Yeah. Oh, I'm racist because I don't like Gus Johnson. All right. He sucks. I mean, he just.
I mean, we're going to get to the bottom of this, Jeff. Why can't white guys enjoy Ciroc at the bar without getting side-eyed, man?
Because you're corny, dude. That's why. There's white guys
what
that
it
have
be tonight? You know, what it would be? You know, the wife's going with a nice, maybe a Riesling, you know, white wine, something like that. And like, sir, what for you? Can I have a Ciroc and do you have coconut? And the guy's like, who the fuck is this guy?
My favorite announcer has to be Chris Collinsworth. His commentary is hilarious and he's very animated. I actually think
he's trying to get a fight. Is he trying to get a fight out of this?
No, I think he's pretty funny. Actually.
I don't mind Collinsworth. I really don't mind him. Bill Sims, everybody always had a problem with, and I tend to agree. So
Merrill Reese is bad.
No, Merrill's awesome, man.
Merrill Reese is funny. He is fairly senile at times, but he is funny.
No, he is. He's getting old. You're right about that. You're right.
Beth Mallins blows. Yeah, I agree. Beth Mallins is one of the worst. Yeah. Wisconsin touchdown. Very good.
Here they come, ripping up those tickets.
Dude, Donnie, you know who I hate? That fucking idiot, David Pollock. I hate that.
Yeah, he's a little uppity.
He's the worst. I fucking hate Jesse Palmer. What a moron. If that guy didn't play college ball, he would. No, if he didn't have a fucking college ball, he would be on the fucking Bachelor or something. Yeah, wasn't he on that?
He was.
Can we bring Lou Holtz back? I agree. Bring him back. He was funny.
Lou Holtz going head to head with Mark May. Yeah, there you go.
I think Lower Lane's gonna get the job on the leg.
They used to do the judge thing where it was Reese. Reese was the judge, and you have Mark May and Lou present their cases to him. What happened to the good old days, man?
Donnie, I have a feeling we're going to come up one touchdown short in this fucking game.
Washington, what do we need to get? What's the official number you got? You need 2 touchdowns, right?
Yeah, and Browning just fucking threw a shitty pass.
Oh, 4th down, too. Oh, that's a killer. Damn, I didn't realize it was 3rd down. Yeah, it was a big pass.
Yeah,
plenty in suck, man. Plenty in
What are you going to do? Buck is a fuck. Thanks. Good one. I saw former QB Aaron Murray call a game the other night. He was awful. Well, look, he's got to start somewhere. I mean, these guys got to start somewhere.
He did have a smoking hot girlfriend for a while, though, so you got to give him that.
Yeah. Danny Cannell, he's bad, too. Good point. But
when are we going to see Russillo back on the air, Jeff, for ESPN?
I don't think
he missed that field goal, didn't he? Oh, he made it. That's a good kick.
They're pretty liberal at ESPN. I don't think they'll bring him back. Who is the boxing analysis that went head-to-head with John A. Smith?
No, that's Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy Atlas.
Yeah.
He's great. He's funny.
I like Teddy Atlas.
He's kind of, he can be annoying sometimes. Like the whole Manny Pacquiao thing with Jeff Warren, he was pretty annoying.
Slamming his table. It's pretty funny. You're right. And by the way, did I see that Manny Pacquiao, Jeff, pulled out?
Yes, he did. Yeah. Jeff
fight?
Warren, yeah. Well, you got to realize he's a senator. He's got things going on. He can't just not. His country could go underneath or something. He can't just leave. What really grinds my gears? Michelle Beadle. She thinks she's cool. Oh, she's hot. I mean, I think she's kind of funny. I think
you're cool with on the Resist T-shirts. I agree,
dude. I want to hear people stop talking about not pardon my take. Highly questionable. Greatest show on TV, but people continue to bash it.
Yeah, you know what? They called the backlash came, Jeff, and I didn't even understand it at the time. Like, ESPN is firing real journalists out there, but yet Poppy has a job. What the hell's that got to do with anything? He's funny to me, man.
That's the thing. He's there to be. I don't understand how, as like a human being, you don't find him funny. He's
exactly. His part is it's a 30-minute mindless show. They go over topics, and you have the older funny guy who makes funny comments on the show, and people are like, that's not even real journalism.
And he does it like to a T. He's hilarious. Like he says,
yes, like he's not over, like he's not fake. Like you could tell that's him, and it's funny.
Dude, when he goes ring ring. Hey, Juanito.
Yeah, with the banana. Yeah.
And then
how much can you give me on the fight tonight?
You know what I mean? Then he goes, hey, look, this phone, it runs in with me. And he has like a yellow shirt on and he puts the phone next to it. Yeah, I think he's really funny.
He makes you zoom in really close and then he gives you the double bird that they block out.
Yeah. Good, dude, man. The best thing he ever said was you know how they sit with that window behind them?
Yes.
Well, at the end of the show, this big cruise ship was out in the middle of the ocean, and he goes, "Okay, I have to leave. My drug shipment's out there." And he gets up and walks away. Yeah, I think he's. Have you ever heard when he does, Donnie? He goes to car dealerships for free lunch, He pretends he's gonna. Yeah, he called Dan.
He's a winner.
He called Dan, and Dan recorded him, and he was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm at the dealership. They got Cuban sandwich today," and Dan's like, "You can't go there for free lunch. You're not gonna buy a car." He's like, "No, I know, but they don't know that." You know, he's just like, Boston College scored. Nice.
Yeah, come on, no.
But Donnie, we're starting to wind it down here. We're running out of things.
We're going to keep it going. Look, all right, boys, heading to El Rancho. So Drew headed to the whorehouse. Fantastic, man.
Yeah, Drew, stay out of there, dude. Jeff, do you prefer being called Big Man on campus, or do you want us to call you by your name? I don't care what you want. You can call me either way, man. Big Man on campus is my moniker, though. So.
There's one moniker that Jeff doesn't like, though. I've never called him on a live show, and I won't say what it is.
What is it? What?
What don't you like? If somebody introduces you as a show, here's Jeff.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like that.
Yeah, well.
I don't want to be that guy. You know what? You know Ryan that calls in, Johnny.
Yes.
He used to call me. You know what he used to call me in high school?
What?
He used to come up to me and always. This is when we were kind of cool, but we weren't. Like we kind of just knew each other. He used to come up to me and he always would say, "Jeff, they do." Sounds like Jeff, they don't. He would always say that to me.
Jesus.
But we have a special guest that's going to be coming on here in a moment, Donnie. So I'm not going to say who it is, but an old friend that wants to say hello. So we're going to have him appear here in a moment. So hopefully yes, he's going to call in. So hopefully he gets this message. Donnie, this would be really lame if this fucking game doesn't finish, this Navy game. That would be fucking corny as fuck.
Well, wait, no, yeah, but the Navy game, you would still get a winner on the line, wouldn't you?
No, it can't.
I thought that was only for totals. No,
I don't believe so. Got to fully go. I believe
it's 100% going to play, Jeff. Those things happen. Those things roll through quick, man.
I don't know.
How much time's left in the game?
Like 12 minutes.
Oh, hell yeah, they're playing that game. Stop it. I got 14:55 on my clock here for that one.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you think Lane Kiffin's going to just throw in the towel on that one? Nope.
Jeff loves when Loshek refers to him on his website. No, I don't. I don't like that. I'm not here to sell services.
Wait, what did somebody say? What was the thing?
Jeff loves when Loshek refers to his website. BMOC.
I am watching tomorrow just for that. Just for that.
What happened to Bobby, and Jim Beam? They were regulars. Yeah, Lauren, you ask us every week. I don't know. You got their phone number.
Jim Beam? Jeff, there's one guy that was a regular for a long time on here, did a long stint, and I'm thinking maybe he had to go back.
Who?
Who was the guy? What was the guy's name?
That
Who did
Joe
the long
guy?
stint in jail?
No, he's still out there.
Is he?
I know he's still out there. Yeah, he posts videos all the time on his he has like some paving company now.
Ooh.
So he
Jeff, we're teeing up another one here for the fellas.
Nice. Fucking alcoholic.
I mean, don't hate me because I drink Ciroc, man. Just don't do it to me.
Dude, you're a corny white dude, bro.
Jeff, I've spent more on Ciroc than the average brother has. I support P. Diddy and the boys.
Right.
What was the other one? Does Nas have one? What was the other
Kettle One?
No. Oh man, what was the name of it? Somebody out there's got to have it. Another like rapper owned. I want to say it was Nas's.
I don't remember.
Come on, somebody else there has to have it. It's called it had a fancy ass name to it. Shit.
I definitely don't remember that. So what do we got? 44, another touchdown. Oh, this sucks, man.
Man, what the hell was the name of that one? No, not Four Loco. May start with like an A, something like that. Oh.
Four Loco. Who said that? That ain't it.
Amos. Oh man, I might have to look it up here.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
There's a couple Vodkas was a very popular thing to come out with and try to make some money off of, but I can't remember the one that Nas and them have. No, not Henny. It was before somebody. Oh man, I gotta look it up now before I have a heart attack here.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because I don't ever remember them having vodka at all.
He had like a fancy ass name.
Alizé.
No.
I think that's what you're talking about.
No, it was vodka. It was like maybe Damon Dash owns it.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. It's on the tip of my tongue right now. Absolute?
No.
Armadale.
Was that it? Armadale? Was it? I thought it was,
Armadale
I guess that's it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because he's Armadale Poppin', because in Excuse Me, Miss, Jay-Z said that. Armadale Poppin', all trust. Yeah. Yep. I remember that.
Duffy!
Yes, I am here. I did. I threw on a different computer. I don't have my regular microphone, but yeah, I got that message. I was finishing off my portfolio, so I said, yeah, I do got to say goodbye. I had a lot of fun being on. I hope you guys can hear me because I don't, like I said, I don't have my regular microphone. Okay. Actually, I can probably plug this thing in.
Oh, we hear you just fine, Joe Duffy.
I got to ask Joe right now. Knock it right down the hatch.
Joe, Donnie's drinking. He's imbibing a little bit here tonight.
Yeah, I had an interesting night, as I was telling Jeff. My son had band, but then they were getting ready to go on. And they wound up getting the band got rained out because their equipment couldn't. They can't bring out their equipment in the rain, and as they're walking on the field, they turned around. So crazy night. But anyway.
Joe just finished taking down a bottle of Ciroc himself, they're saying.
Yes.
Joe is not ripped. Stop saying that.
No, no, he's talking about my muscles, I think.
I think you're talking about Danny Duffy is ripped, not Joe.
Burger King, baby.
Oh, I've been known to be ripped, but no, definitely not tonight. Obviously got plenty of work, and I am going to be debuting on SBR tomorrow on their Facebook page. I'm going to try a Facebook Live, my old tailgate party, doing some last-minute information. I've obviously been in front of the microphone.
What time, Joe? What time are we looking at for that?
Yeah, well, at 10 a.m. So.
Oh, you're on right before us, Joe. Yes. That's great. Peter Lowe's.
Okay, well, this will be on Facebook, not on YouTube Live. So I think they want to do every facet of multimedia.
Well, make sure you shout us out. We're on right after you because I know everyone will listen to you before they listen to us. So catch Joe Duffy tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Get his sharp line moves and then get, our sharp line moves right after.
Yeah, like on it'll be archived so they can actually watch both, even if somehow we overlap. Right. Like I said, I assume you guys are on YouTube Live. Mine's going to be on their Facebook page live, SBR Forum's Facebook page live. So make sure you subscribe to that, and we'll see how it goes. But I plan on doing it Saturdays and Sundays. I don't believe that's set up to do some guests, but again, taking a page out of what I did on the Score Phones back in the day, just doing little trends, injuries, this and that, and who knows, 20 minutes, half hour. Get on, get off, but get some good information. But yeah, I had a blast with you guys.
Joe, it's fun doing the show. You and I, kind of picking up every Friday night. Joe, have you ever fell asleep in the Burger King drive-thru?
Well, I don't know, Jeff. As you know, I'm a big-time food snob. So Burger King. The last time I think I went to a Burger King, I was living in Marlton, New Jersey, back in like 19. Right.
Burger King is for Burger King. People like us, Joe, don't eat Burger King. No Burger King.
Yeah. No, I'm an insomniac, so I haven't. I guess the upside to being an insomniac, I haven't really fallen asleep at places where I didn't want to fall asleep.
Yeah, don't do that because nowadays you get arrested for that. Joe's got the '90s teenager look, Hollister going on. No, actually, he's got the Guido spiked hair with a headband and the open collared shirt going on. I like the look, Joe Duff. You got the old Philly shirt on. They won tonight, by the way. Yeah,
I wound up, slapping it together. I was adding some of my stuff for tomorrow's fix and on SBRodds.com. And, I got your message. I'm like, oh, yeah. Let me just, jump on and say hi. That's why I'm not on my normal computer. I said, let's do it on the laptop. This is the one I'm usually on. This is my big iMac, my pride and joy. Love that iMac.
So, Joe, give us an ode. We need a goodbye from you. You've been a good guest. Joe stole big man's Adderall. He's juiced tonight. Well, I think he's just excited to be on here. Joe, give us an ode, will you?
Yeah, give us. Yeah, no. Thank you very much to all the people who watched, and thanks to Donnie and Jeff. And I know when Donnie was partying on Friday nights, it was tough pinch hitting for him, but still had some fun. And it was a great time. And we'll see. I know SBR has all kinds of things planned, so I'm sure our paths will cross a few more times here and there. We'll be doing some stuff separately and together, I guess. But you know, like I said, SBR was so far ahead of the game years ago. I said, please let me be part of it, and they said, sure, why not? And they continue to be way ahead of the game. So I think they really want to build up the Facebook Live. So I'm excited about doing that this football season.
Yeah, you know, Joe, I've said this before. You were the first person I ever remember seeing with LoShack back 5-6 years ago, I remember. And yeah, I always enjoyed your college football, and we always kind of maintain contact, and we've done some shows, and you're a good guy. You've been in the business a long time. Where is Zach or Cynthia? I don't know. Cynthia's probably getting fucking crazy from what I would think. Can we get Ed Fang fucking hammered? Yeah, get him on. Ed Fang fucking.
If you see Ed Fang in person, he's the size of Yao Ming, so get ready.
Give us an offshore lock, Joe Duffy says.
There you go.
Can we get a?
Well, I actually will. In fact, I do have some premium plays that I added, but I will on the Facebook Live again. Not YouTube Live, but Facebook Live on the SBR Facebook page. I will have some free picks tomorrow for sure. And I was literally working on that. But let me take a look at some of my my notes. I think maybe this BYU with one game. It is a myth. Teams with one game under their belt. A lot of people think that's a big advantage, and I do have an angle that does say that go against BYU. Of course, LSU. There's some factors involved with the hurricane and whatnot, but I will probably most likely have LSU as a free pick tomorrow. But like I said, I was literally, as you texted me, finalizing some stuff. So, but yeah, LSU at this point, it looks like.
Interesting. I'll definitely be looking into that one tomorrow with Peter LoShack. And Joe, I do want to also thank you. I heard the nice shout out you gave me on your video the other day. Donnie, Joe called me one of the most intelligent people with stats in the business.
Yeah,
some people would disagree with you, Jeff.
No, I love I'm very jealous. I wish I could do that stuff off the top of my head. My grades would have been a little bit better. And as I told Jeff, certainly when I'm at team trivia, my boys' night out on Tuesdays, I'd do a lot better if I just had that. We got to fly Jeff in to do team trivia with us on Tuesdays.
I would love to do trivia. I'm a big trivia guy. Joe, you would agree that BYU LSU game, I think one of our listeners here, Tho Marino, I refuse to bet on any team that has a Purdue reject at quarterback. I do think BYU's quarterback will struggle. I think the under looks pretty good in that game, to be honest. I think both those teams will have a little bit of trouble moving the ball. I'm going to look into that a little bit more. Joe, don't pass out. Sometimes bumping a little helps. All right. I don't think he's going to pass out. BMOC, you had a good analysis on Navy, Florida Atlantic. Not over yet. Hopefully we get this game in. Weather's been a problem. Joe Duffy from offshoreinsiders.com. We must move on. We have another guest coming on. And you look like you're a little tired, Joe. We got to get you to bed.
I am, for both business and personal reasons.
He's got a big day tomorrow. A big day.
A little tired. But no, thank you, gentlemen. And we will definitely talk very soon. But I'm glad I got to say goodbye to everybody on the last show.
Yeah, let's make sure, Joe, we do some stuff soon. You're a good guy. I always like doing videos, and
absolutely.
I think you and I are a better team than Donnie Wright said sometimes.
That's true. I mean, get me out of here. Get this.
Well, like I said, you got to decide whether you want the female audience of under 40 or over 60. If you want the female audience of over 60, I'm the man for you.
Oh, we love
the Legans will love that.
Yeah, I love GILFs. So yeah, that's perfect. Joe, I don't know if you know what a GILF is, but we'll leave that to
grandma. Okay, yes. Of course I do. No, you guys do a great job. These guys are, and I think, like I said, we always compliment each other. You guys do a great job with the matchups and whatnot, and I like to play with the analytics and the computer stuff. So make sure that you watch these great gentlemen, and then watch me look at games from a slightly different perspective. And when we agree, you can bet your maximum bet. That's for sure.
Hey, Joe, one other thing before we go. Speaking of GILFs, just had a question for you. I find, and I don't find her policies or thinking patterns to be anything that I agree with. This is solely on attractiveness and kind of that attitude that she has. Kellyanne Conway, are you in or out on her?
No, I'm no. Okay. I don't find her
Very solid.
The least bit attractive. I guess of provocative figures, maybe Laura Ingraham would be my favorite.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Not wrong with that.
No, I'm not a Kellyanne and Conway, and I'm not a fan of Trump, even though I'm a conservative Republican.
Oh, I hate him. I can't stand Trump. I just, for some reason, I think her bitchiness is kind of hot. I don't know why.
Yeah, there's a bad girl type, type thing.
Very powerful woman, you know what I'm saying? Joe Duffy, you're the best. Thanks for coming on.
All right, thank you, Jensen.
Thank you, man.
Thanks to everybody.
See ya, buddy.
Right,
how did Fordham give up 64 points and not give up a completed pass? Has anyone ever seen that? No, I've never seen that. Kellyanne Conway's a MILF to fuck, I'll be honest. I agree.
He's being honest.
I would definitely smack her into oblivion for sure. Who's the new girl on Fox? I'm sure it's fucking Britt McHenry. That's fucking idiot.
Good.
I can't stand that woman. Angela Rye. Angela Rye is the truth, bro. If you don't know Angela Rye.
The new girl on Fox. You know who actually went from Fox from Philadelphia, Jeff? Did you watch any of the
Julianne Haley, didn't she?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. She was Traffic Girl, then went to Comcast, and yeah, she's all right, man.
By the way, we do lose out on this total, 30-14. We just missed out. I had a feeling the slow start would hurt us, but finally a loss this year. Hopefully we can get a winner here on Navy and get right back to even for tonight. Nothing wrong with that, Donnie.
Jeff, do you believe in teasing down totals in college football?
No. I used to do that when I was a young whippersnapper. I used to do all that stuff. I do like teasers. I'm not going to have Donnie talk me out of it and peer pressure me.
I will.
But Tommy Lorraine, that Tommy Lauren cunt. Yeah, she's the worst. Tomorrow's a new day, big man. Yeah, 1-1. Nothing wrong with that. I'll take it. Hopefully this one will finish out. Britt McHenry talked shit to that towing company on camera. I lost all respect for her. Yeah, she's an idiot. She's
made her hotter. She got that feistiness, and that angry side.
There's nothing worse than these people that have no business talking about politics, that their sole purpose now, her big thing is she's a big-time conservative now. She's going to stand down for her beliefs. She's going to get involved with Clay Travis, and I'm sure she'll try to blow him because that's what she does. That's what girls like her do. The McHenry video after her car was towed is fucking hilarious.
Rossini, good call by Big Simon. Rossini, I got shut. I was people didn't like my comments because I think Scott McClellan, who was the GM for Washington, got fired, where they just said he was a drunk all the time. All that information where he has one of those crazy wives, Jeff, that take to Twitter and just say like outrageous things and get their husband in trouble. Like Diana Rossini was blowing my husband. That's how she gets the scoops. Like real wild stuff. But I agree with that. It's pretty cool.
What do you think of her?
I like her. I like that girl. Yeah.
I think she's extremely underrated.
Yeah.
Like, she's like one of those girls you see in like Belmar, and she's like super tan and like, she's got that really like mean Italian father.
She's even been elevated since this whole McClellan thing was good for her career too. She's been elevated.
Yeah. I think she's hot as fuck. She's definitely like that girl you see at DJs on like a Sunday night, and she's like fucked up, and she's like, she's like from like Bayside, Long Island or something.
Steph Curry's wife. One of my favorite things about Steph Curry's wife is she was like congratulating herself on how proud she was that she's like a good chef and opened a restaurant, not realizing that the only people that care about the restaurant because they're fans of her husband. So congratulations on that for marrying a rich guy.
By the way, Ayesha Curry, I'm not a fan of her. I think she's annoying, but she is a beautiful woman. Like beautiful. Ayesha Curry, I think she's beautiful. Like she is. Her eyes are unbelievable. That's a real wife right there. That's a real woman right there, bro. I saw that also, Donnie. Have you ever seen Conor McGregor's wife?
I haven't seen her, but I saw a video with her, but I didn't actually watch the video. It was just
if I ever find a woman like her, I'll marry her. I'll wait to find a woman like her.
Brent Grimes' wife is out of her fucking mind. I don't know how he deals with her. I don't even know how. All
those good women, man. Those are the real ones right there.
Man.
That's the kind of wife I would marry a woman like that for sure. Shoddy K. Now all I need is Navy to finish it. Yeah, well, I hear you.
We'll play on the Navy game tonight.
Hopefully they can finish it out. My favorite was Ayesha Curry enlightening people by pointing out NBA officiating is bullshit. Yeah, like we didn't know that. We needed her. By the way, Don, did you see that midget ankle break? Have you seen that?
Yes, I did. It was quite funny, yes.
Bro, that dude got fucking
went down like he died, Jeff.
And then my man just pulls up and shoots a 3 ball. Like that was nasty. That was epic. Donnie, what else do we want to talk about tonight? We're finishing it out. We're taking it deep on the late night on campus. What other rabbit hole do we want to fly down, Donnie?
I don't know, Jeff. Give me a good look at tomorrow without going into depth detail. Give me one game that I'm not looking at that I should be looking at tomorrow, Jeff.
I'm just looking at this picture of Diana Riccini wondering how the fuck do I find a girl like her?
Dude, she got in close with McClellan. They had beers. He was a drunk. They got along. She's like, look, babe, give me one of these, these insider tips where I can sit out. And then you have McClellan's crazy-ass wife blowing up Twitter. Fantastic.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, yeah, it was a great charade down there for about a good 6 to 8 months where the wife was just on Twitter blasting a ESPN girl for blowing her husband repeatedly.
And that's what she was talking about?
Yes. They had to shut down her Twitter account. It was a whole big story down there.
Who's Scott McCloughan, by the way?
He was the GM for the Redskins. Came over.
Oh, that's that guy, that drunk guy.
Yeah, he's a drunk guy, but he supposedly is a, good drafter, good GM, but he just can't stop hammering the booze. But that was the whole thing where she was, assigned to the Washington Redskins.
Why did I not hear about that?
That was a good story for a while.
I always wanted to have premarital sex with Stacey Dash. Hey, she was kind of hot and clueless like years ago, but
she was great. She was great. Well, so it was like the pedestal was Stacey Dash. Then you had Megan Good. You had Gabrielle Union.
Dude, the best is Christina Milian, dude.
Oh,
Sammy Sweetheart looks bad as fuck after surgery. Dude, she's always
after surgery. She had surgery. We got any pictures?
Yeah, dude, she's always hot now and always had
Jersey, right?
Yeah. By the way, favorite Jersey Shore character, as far as a woman, like which one did you find hottest?
Not Snooki, I'll tell you that.
Snooki's my girl, so I disagree. For me, it was Snooks for sure.
Big love, JWoww.
You like JWoww?
That was Vig's, yeah.
Big like JWoww?
Yeah.
Oh, no shit. Yeah. Well, listen, I don't think you're gonna give me you're not gonna give me a bad one there. By the way, Donnie, you got to see. You'd get a kick out of Sammy Sweetheart's new boyfriend. Get a load of this fucking guy.
By the way, Jeff, at the Jersey Shore, how about the girl that was on for like 1 or 2 weeks and then left, thinking that it was probably going to go anywhere, and she bounced? Yeah, what bad career move that was, huh?
You know what she does now, dude?
No,
she's an EMT.
Really? How about that?
Yeah. Look at her. Look at that guy. Classic, isn't he?
He's probably from North Jersey.
Look at him.
Oh yes, exactly. Yep.
He looks like a bodyguard. Jeff, do you know any of the Natalies from Mob Wives? Yeah, Natalie Garcia. Yeah, of course I know her. She's from South Philly. You know what's funny about her? She claims all this mob shit, but her brother's a really big time detective in the city. Paul, he's a big
goes
time
against.
Detective. Yeah, and he's always on the news and all sorts of shit. I love Snooki because she's short and seems like a pain in the ass. I love cunty women.
How come Ronnie's not still with Sammy Sweetheart? I thought that was the marriage made in heaven.
Oh, Ronnie's with the one chick from Keeping Up with Kardashians, Donnie. That black chick, the twin.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah.
Like the assistant, the longtime assistant girl?
Yeah, the Malika chick.
Wow. Yeah. Wow.
I always thought she was kind of hot, that girl Malika.
Jeez.
But yeah, the Mob Wives, they're all from, the two of them are from South Philly. Tomorrow should live stream from the shore and call the girls grenades. We could. I might just, when I go to Wawa, I might live stream. I'm about to go to Wawa after this. I might just live stream. Ronnie's with Malika. Yeah. Who's Donkey of the Day? That's a good question. I'm not sure. You know who Donkey of the Day is? I'm going to give Donkey of the Day to this guy. The fucking little prick from Slovenia that gave up an own goal in the 81st minute to cost me with my draw under 2.5 game today. Because I would have had a huge fucking day if that little bastard didn't do an own goal. So shout out to that guy.
Jeff, we laying the wood on Florida?
No.
Is that game tomorrow? Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, Donnie, $7.85 billion in disaster down payments. That's what they want. For
what? What do you mean disaster down payments? What's that mean?
I guess like they need an injection of cash for these people.
Oh yeah, no. What's that whole story going around too with the the Red Cross doesn't release their numbers, like how much they take in and how much they actually pay and keep themselves. What kind of bullshit is that?
By the way, do you see there's another storm like coming towards the U.S.?
Yeah, I saw one out there. Yeah, I mean, it's hurricane season, man.
Like tropical storm Irma or something.
Yeah, that's what they do now.
By the way, Le'Veon Bell's apparently wanting to find other work if he doesn't get a desired contract, even though he got one today. He was on camera filming.
Jeff, glad you brought up Le'Veon Bell. Let me get this straight. He signed. He has the franchise tag, right? It goes past the date where you can't sign a new long-term deal. The point of holding out after that is what? What's the point? You cannot get a new deal. So the point of saying I'm not going to show up for another like 17 or 18 days is what? What do you gain from that?
Yeah, I'm glad he did because,
like, why wouldn't you just get in camp, be like, all right, I'm ready to put in my work and have a great year? No, I'm just going to miss everything and show up. And we know how that plays out, though. You know what I mean? We know how it plays out. He's going to have a calf or a hammy that first 2 weeks. That's the way it always goes.
Well, I'm glad he did because I'm in fantasy, so I want him.
Yep, and as soon as Zeke Elliott gets off on his charge here, I'm going to just, own up on that nice pick.
How much does the person who names these hurricanes get paid? Who names them? That's good.
Yeah, I don't know. They just have some whack-ass names all the time, too.
By the way, I put someone in timeout. I don't know who it was. I did it by accident.
Pretty good.
My bad. Robinson.
I
did it by accident. I have a question. How can MLB teams still trade after the deadline? Good point. That's
not anymore. They can't.
Well, what do you mean? They just did yesterday.
No, that's the last day of the month, though.
But he has a point. He does have a point. Why is that allowed?
Yeah, the whole non-waiver deadline is kind of corny because you can put a guy on waivers and then if somebody claims, you can pull him back and all that nonsense. It is kind of stupid.
I did that by accident. My bad. By the way, I have a play for everyone, and I want all of you to get on this play tomorrow. It's free right from the big men on campus, and it's only to all of you who are here listening to the show. I want all of you to get on Croatia, minus 3.5 tomorrow against Kosovo. They're going to absolutely crush Kosovo. And believe me, I know because Kosovo is part of Albania, and I know this team. They're very bad. They're one of the worst teams in the world. They give up goals like I eat dinner, and that's a lot. Get on Croatia, Donnie. Minus 3.
The Croats.
The timer's at 0, and both teams are back warming up. 8 minutes until we resume fourth quarter at Florida Atlantic. So they should be on any minute here. So, again, everyone get on. Oh, Albert says BMOC's on auto fade. Fuck you, Albert.
Yeah, I mean, you saw Jake Googie actually chimed in, Jeff, and said, nice pick, Fat Boy, on Fordham. Damn it, that is cold, man.
Yeah, Jesus. Well, how about the Navy? That's doing pretty good. Is Modric playing for Croatia? I believe Mandzukic, Perisic, Modric, they're all playing. 3 point. Yeah, dude, go on. I laid 6 the other day, and they won 9-0. So we needed.
Jeff, can we talk about Kent Clemson tomorrow? That's the game I'm watching at noon.
Oh, sure.
Wife's got to go down to South Philly, clean up a couple things. I have some free time in the afternoon to check in on my Kent State boys. Make contact with a parent of a starter on Kent State this week. I've talked to this guy for the past 2-3 years.
Oh, yeah, your guy.
They're ready to go. See what happens. But, hey, again, man, it's Kent State out there. Starting quarterback is Nick Holly again this year, so we'll see what happens.
I'm looking forward to it. By the way, someone asked me like what my favorite thing about tomorrow. It'll probably be Italy, Spain. That's going to be quite the game. I'm looking forward to it. You sounded just like Artie Lang when you made that pitch. No. I've been getting that more and more. People say,
why can't we get him on the show, Jeff? Don't we have some pull with Zach? Can Zach get Artie Lang for us?
Yeah, I've actually tried to for a while. Phil Marino, I actually have a question for you, and this is something maybe you can answer. You mentioned we needed a troll for the final show. Phil Marino, it's our final show. Why won't you call in? It's our final show. Come on. Call in. I mean, you can't have any more excuses. Come on, call in. Your phone's not at the barbershop, or you definitely have a phone. I want to hear from you. Call in. It's our last show for old time's sake. You would agree, Donnie. Come on.
Who, Vig?
No, Phil Marino.
Oh, yeah, no way.
You think he'll call in?
No.
We need Doug Upstone on this show. No, we don't. What do we need him on for? Doug has his own thing.
Players.
Yeah, listen, Phil Marino, call in, man. Come on.
We got a half hour to go, whether or not we have 47 people watching right now or 1. So
Yeah,
we're
going to
taking
hang
this to
on
the deadline, man.
Yeah. Already love
whether or not we have
gambling.
anything to talk about or anything. It doesn't matter. Me and Jeff will be on by ourselves.
Yeah, Vig, call in, Vig. Call in, Vig Simon. Croatia starters are all people I recognize from FIFA. Yeah, no, they're a good team. They'll crush Kosovo. Beer League. I've never heard anyone say they liked Beer League.
Oh, come on, man. Anything already does, I'm down with.
Vig, call in, dude. Oh, Vig, here we go. I actually did leave my phone at the doctor's office, but I'm somewhat near a phone now. I have company over. Big, come on, Thumb Reader. You've been on the whole show. Come on, dude.
By the way, Vitalis, 7-6 now, Kansas City, Minnesota. Jeff, you going to cheer him on or not?
No. Fuck no. He made it clear what I meant to him. So no, I hope
Jeff,
he
7-6. Is it a genius play to go over 9.5 at plus 100? That's positive EV right there.
Yeah, 100. CLV too. Listen, call in. Anyone that wants to call in, I'll leave the phone number here. Entertain us here. I don't care if you're a troll. Just when you call in, don't call in with the stupid jokey shit. Call in like with your real voice. If you want to troll us, that's
call
fine.
in to bring a play tomorrow that we can get down with. Like, God damn it, I'm taking UTEP over Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm taking UTEP. Oh man. Oh, Alfred dropping bombs. Oh shit. Uh-oh. He's calling. Whoa, you can't call him that, dude. Come on.
Hold on, let me see. I'm not in the chat box.
Luke Hunt's getting called out.
Jesus.
Whoa. Alfred, you're getting a little personal there.
Friday night anger right there.
Why did I get blocked? I did it by accident, I said. I did you by time by accident. Alfred's on fire tonight, whoever Alfred is. Alfred Bornzich.
I think Alfred Bornzich might be Zach.
Zach Bornzich. Oh, man.
Zach wouldn't tell me where he goes surfing the other day either. Like I was going to steal a spot. What's up with that?
For real? You know what?
Zach Beach, I can't tell you.
I used to surf. Did I ever tell you about that?
No.
Yeah, I used to surf.
Jesus.
Well, when I was younger, way younger. Does UTEP even score?
I don't know. What do they even got going on, Jeff? You know these college football nonsense shit. What's up with UTEP this year, man?
They might not score tomorrow. I mean,
they were brutal, even with one of the best backs in the country.
Yeah, Aaron Jones is gone. Can Ryan Metz score for them? I don't know. We have a caller calling in. I think I know who this is, but let's answer here. See who this is. I'm pretty sure I know who it is. Hello, who is this?
BMOC, this is Robinson Yepes.
Oh,
yes.
God. Please don't talk about WNBA. Please don't.
I need to hear Sue Bird.
I just wanted to say thank you to you too, man, because before, I didn't really know what to do, around 7 p.m., and thanks to your show, I can watch the games and kind of just get more information in the morning as well. And just, a big shout out to the whole chat box and just for always making every night and day, whether you win or lose, just making it fun.
Oh, thank you, Rob.
I appreciate you both and everybody, and I hope everybody has a good night. And I'm going to drink another beer for Donnie. So,
beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, Robson, good stuff, man. I heard some good things about you. They said you were a great guy. I got to ask you, though, are you kidding when you talk about WNBA? Are you just is that just a funny thing to you, or you actually watch it?
Armin and Mike Sosa can tell you, I'm about it. Yeah, I love it.
Right.
I mean, it's just the way of capping, and they're a little bit more consistent. They when I went over there to IFBC, they asked me why do I watch it. I told them because I can't dunk. And I'm not really good at dribbling and stuff, so it kind of reminds me of me when I'm playing. So that's why I miss open layups and stuff like that. So that's why I watch it.
Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Why not watch stuff that you can relate to? I mean, that's why I watch poker, because I could probably play those guys. Really, I know I can't go and play LeBron and basketball. So hey, Robinson, really good stuff. Appreciate you calling in. Actually, this guy Alfred's all over the place tonight, Donnie. Did you see what he just said about Robinson?
No, what do we got? Go.
He said, "Fucking Latino gangster" on the phone. What the fuck? Wow, dude.
Not a gangster.
Yeah, this guy's getting personal. It's kind of getting old. What's up with that? No, Robinson's a good guy.
I don't even know Robinson's background. Must be an inside job here. I'm thinking.
Thank you. Appreciate for the kind words, man. Like I said, I hope you guys have a great night, and I hope the new shows pick up, and you guys do great in them.
You're the best, buddy. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it, man.
Jeff, I have to meet those guys when you go down there to Costa Rica.
What was that, Donnie?
You got to meet all these guys when we go down to Costa Rica. Man.
Oh yeah, no, I hope they all come. Anyone else? Feel free to call in. We are taking calls till the top of the hour here on SBR Radio. By the way, Donnie, someone's asking about where Ed Ulis is.
Yeah.
Can we
bring all the old screen names back?
You know what? We got to come up with some of the names that we've had in here, like weird, funny names. Ed Ulis was funny because he was always like,
"How about Tom Marino's troll in here?"
Oh, yeah, we haven't seen him in a while.
No, we haven't.
Thomarano Trollmore or whatever.
Yeah.
We forgot about that guy. What the
Jeff,
fuck?
How about the Dodgers 0-0 minus 300 tonight, huh?
What's it, like the third inning? Who cares?
Fifth inning, Jeff. You put your money down 3-1 on that, man.
I didn't. Alfred is Peter Loshak. No way.
What's Peter doing? What's Loshak doing tonight?
Yeah, listen, I do have to say, I don't want to let him off the hook here. Tom Marino not ever calling in is sketchy. Yeah, it is. It's definitely sketchy. I agree. Like, I get if like you don't want to share your number, but you can call him blocked. Like, I have no problem with that. It's just weird. It makes me really believe that you're someone that I know that you don't want me to know your voice.
Yep, like it's Ryan. You know what I mean?
Like, all due respect, like it doesn't. It's definitely weird for sure. Like it makes me wonder, like, why wouldn't you want to call in? You know, it's like what's the problem? We have another call. I think I know who this is.
How do you know these people?
Because they call in, so I know the number. And I talk to this guy a lot. Vig Simon, welcome in.
Hey, what's up, Jeff? How you doing, buddy?
Oh, doing good. Always good to talk to you. What can we do for you tonight?
Donnie, right side. How's it going tonight, Jeff?
Yes.
Last night of the show, it's kind of a somber, bittersweet moment, to be honest. I'm a little depressed.
Yeah, I think we all are too. I mean, it's I know you really like this show, Vig, because it's like it's your kind of crowd.
It did slowly become my favorite. I'll be honest, it's slowly kind of crept up on me, and I kind of like it. I kind of really like it.
Let me ask you: do you think it's possible that Cheetah Leggins calls in tonight?
Well, I was hoping you'd have some really exciting finale prepared, whether it was Paul the victim, Cheetah Leggins, who is just a great person, and it could have been some surprise guest. Who knows? I mean, we could still make this work.
Well, from what I understand, it does look like she did not get down to the Boca Lounge to strip tease the Florida Atlantic football team before their game tonight. That hadn't worked out. So.
Yeah, we had heard that Lane Kiffin had requested her for her enthusiasm and persuasive powers to motivate the team. She's got that dual pole dance routine that is one of her trips to Vegas and stuff. So, she's always in high demand.
By the way, I just want to bring this up, Donnie. Have you seen what is going on right now? Wisconsin's up 38-10.
Yes, I actually saw that update. Yeah,
they're covering. How about that? Crazy.
People ripped up their tickets, man.
Yeah. By the way, Donnie, the Florida Atlantic University has just scored, I do believe. It's down to 22 in Boca. Hopefully we can keep the foot on the gas there. That is getting a little too close for comfort. Vig Simon, you talked a lot of game today about USA. What happened?
Well, that was a pathetic show by Team USA. It was it broke my heart.
You jinxed them, Big.
What happened? Bruce Arena, he's just as drunk and dumb as all the haters think Jurgen Klinsmann was. And I think there's a good chance the United States might not make the World Cup this time as a result. Kind of sad.
Do you see why I don't root for them? I don't care about them. They suck.
Well, come on, you're an American, Jeff. You have to support your team.
Jeff.
Anybody that can stomach mediocre soccer, like me, you gotta have a good reason, and I respect them.
Yeah, I do watch.
Kind of like WNBA or volleyball, mediocre soccer.
Yeah, I do watch some pretty bad soccer leagues, so that's pretty true. Another weather delay.
Oh wow, really? And the Florida Atlantic just scored too, right?
Come on, man! What the fuck's with that? How do you take them a weather day right after they score? What the fuck kind of shit is that?
Lane Kiffin saying we're going to score and then we're going to struggle. Yes.
Yeah. What's up with this?
Watching a little high school football now.
High school football. Matter Die's playing, I believe, aren't they? Matter Die?
St. John's De La Salle.
Very good. Big, any last words tonight?
Yeah, so tilting Vegas really isn't going to be on the show because I kind of had been led to believe that you're kind of strongly hinting that she was going to be on the show, perhaps even naked. I think YouTube actually does allow that. So
can't talk about her like that. That's sexist, Vic. Don't talk about her. Like that.
Yeah, well, now that SBR is just becoming pregame circa 2013, I don't know.
Dude,
I love you guys.
I gotta say, Vic, this Alfred guy's saying some funnier shit than you say. I gotta say, just saying funny shit. Lane Kiffin wants to get drunk in the locker room.
Jeff, does he sound like he's Muslim? Allah Akbar.
I'm a drinker myself. So Steve Sarkisian, Lane Kiffin,
right.
These guys, we have a bit of a bond there. Not that I root for them, but I understand just how fucked up that is. I've got to keep an eye on this guy.
I have to say, I do agree with Joe D. Lane looks bloated as hell. He's been drinking.
He
heavily.
does look.
He does look really.
Like Joe D.
Donnie,
I forgot to bring that up. They showed the first headshot of him on the sideline. I'm like, wait a second. Yeah. Looks like an extra 25 pounds over there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Donnie, with a little weight gain, you would look like Lane Kiffin. I definitely would.
Yeah, maybe I should do it. Maybe
like you definitely have that you have that cookie cutter haircut.
Yeah.
Like he would have.
Throw on the visor, a little FAU windbreaker.
By the way,
Donnie, it just occurs to me. I've probably been talking over you for like half the time I've been on the air because
No, you actually Donnie's actually learned by now. By the way, Alfred must be Muslim. He just said Allahu Akbar, which is odd. Saying some odd things in here for sure. Nothing wrong with that, but this is not the time or place for that. We all know Paul is Joe Gavassi at Big Simon. No, Paul's not. Paul's just a real guy, from what I understand. Tho Marino.
Paul is sadly real, yeah.
Tho Marino, stop talking about Nick Saban's daughter and call in. Stop talking about that. Big thanks.
I know what Urban Meyer's daughter is a pretty good one.
Congrats on the last show, guys. Jeff and Donnie, it was a great show. Tho Marino, tomorrow, call us back in, for God's sake. Or you're a fake. Here's why I want you to call in. Because Jeff really thinks that I am you sometimes. I swear to God, honestly, he thinks I'm you. And that is so fucked up. Like, clearly not you.
It wouldn't surprise me. Let's just say that.
That is so fucking wrong. You missed our situation. Tho Marino, look what you got me into. All right, guys. Great show. Have a good night.
Hey, Vic. Call you later, man. All right?
All right.
See you, buddy. Big's a good guy. I like talking to him. Funny guy. Lane Kiffin.
Jeff, I mean, hey, you get very rare instances, Jeff. You can meet somebody and blow them off at the same time, like I did Big down in the IFBC.
Kiffin's pregame interview was pretty bad. I think he might fuck up at FAU. Something tells me he could be a bet on team in a couple weeks. Maybe bet against. I don't think I'd ever bet on him. Do you guys think Clemson line is sitting about right? It seems a little high to me. I don't know if they should be laying 44, 40. What are they laying? 40,
what a 39.5 it looks like.
I don't think Kent State's that bad. I think they're bad, but
well, it should tell you, the line is probably right. I mean, you're looking at a blowout game where the total's only 50. So, Jeff, it's probably another one of your can Kent State get to 7 and cover? Because that Alabama game last year, Alabama barely covered. But if Kent State would have scored 7 against Alabama, they would have covered that one as well.
We have a caller. Who's this?
What up?
Who's this? Guan White. What's up? Hey, Guan, what are you doing calling in? I mean, your wife doesn't like you calling in here. Is that something you're able to do right now?
No, man. I wear the pants right
now. Wear the pants. My man.
No, it's funny. No, she just, because, like, it's at night and stuff, but I always try to listen to y'all as much as I can. So, like, she's just like, oh, my God, it's the last one. She's like, thank God. I said, it's not the last one. I keep saying it's the season finale. It's going to be a season premiere in February. OJ's going to be the guest star. So
yes, actually, that's something we want to do. That's actually something we wanted to announce. OJ will be our guest on our first show back. We'll be back January 1st. By the way, Florida Atlantic, lightning detected within an 8-mile radius.
Yep.
Another I mean, are you fucking kidding me? 8 miles?
Came out and played like 2 minutes, but they scored 14 points in a minute.
Your bet will push. So, I mean, you probably know that.
No, I don't want my bet to push, Guan. That's not what I want.
I know that. I'm just saying, like, because I know, like, with locals around here, they do it just under 5 minutes, and it stops, and they'll count as a win.
Right.
And if not, they'll just push or whatever. I guess they claim it's Vegas rules, but I don't know if that's really valid or not.
No, it definitely is. It's got to go at least 55 minutes for it to be a legitimate
I like those Black Knights tonight, man.
Oh, they were great. How about that? They were really good tonight. I know you have some family members on the team, which is awesome. Yeah, no, they were.
My brother's on there. I don't know what's going on like that because I know they were talking about red shirt. But he did pretty good last year as far as the backup. But what happened was Ahmad did so good during the second stretch because he pretty much shared snaps with the second string. But Ahmad did so good they were just like, this is his last year. They didn't want him to take the reins. And he did good in camp, so they were talking about redshirting him. And I didn't see my brother get in today because so I was like, well, they probably must have did it. But I got to talk to him because they have a busy. I mean, it's a busy ass schedule. Like I don't see how they do it. It's crazy. Like
oh yeah,
he's constantly busy. Like
sure.
And the only time I get to talk to him is literally like on Sundays and usually at night around like 11:30, 12.
What number is he?
He's number 11. He was 16 last year because he was number 11 at first, but it was funny because he ended up being, when Edgar Poe got hurt, he ended up being the starting returner. Well, him and Andrew King had the same number, and he even told the coaches, just like, hey, just me and him on the field at the same time, like we get a penalty for that. He did that for like 2 straight games, and nobody never noticed. And so he changed his number to 16. But now that he's gone, he graduated. Andrew King did. He changed it back to number 11.
So he's a running back, huh?
Well, he was a quarterback, and he was a starting returner. He did returner, and he shared snaps with the second string quarterback. He played pretty good. I mean, he threw a touchdown against UTEP, and I think he scored one against the FCS school, and he had a pretty good run against Notre Dame. It pissed me off because he's short. He's pretty much Isaiah Thomas is so high. He's like 5'8", and he was like doing the snaps. And like of all people was like saying how short he was. It was Doug Flutie doing the commentate, and I was like, dude, like you're like 2 inches taller than my brother.
Right.
Like why the fuck you making fun of my brother? Like how low he's getting, how short he is. I'm like, dude, you were like the shortest fuck in NFL.
You were about to rip his head off, huh?
Yeah, well, if I was telling him on Twitter, I was trying to, but I was like, I need to chill because I get real sensitive.
Sure.
Family, you already know.
They're saying that Phil Marino is Donnie Rightside. That
would be a great gig, wouldn't it, if that was me?
That wouldn't surprise me. It's really kind of crazy. I mean, we have Guan White on the line, and I mean, Phil Marino's just saying stuff like, I would steal the show. Like, dude, just call in, man. Stop fucking beating around.
Call in, man. Call in. I just want to hear. Excuse me, sorry, I speak England. I just want to just hear his voice.
Phil Marino is Ross Benjamin.
Man.
You're the best. You're the best, Guan. We appreciate you. You're a good listener, buddy.
Appreciate it, man. Shout out to everybody, and appreciate you guys always, man. And I look forward to seeing hearing y'all every day.
My man. Talk to you soon, buddy.
All right, see you, bye.
Mm-hmm.
I always hear the giggling in the background when Guan White calls in. What if Phil Marino was a chick? I don't think. It's the last night, dude. Come on. I mean, this is really it's kind of getting weird at this point, though, Marino. I mean, think if you were in our shoes and, like, we've talked to you for so long and it's like you won't call in. It makes us wonder, like, who you are. You have to be someone we know. Have to be. Because you wouldn't have any problem, Phil Marino is the blonde girl from Bet Online. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, maybe he's Anaconda.
I'm so sure it's someone we know. I know it. I'm so sure of it. But I guess we'll see. Where else are we at tonight? Donnie, we have about 11 minutes to go. Mm-hmm. This is only 2 hours. Can you imagine doing 24 hours of this?
It's the final countdown. Nobody's ever been on longer than this show is right now.
He has been the main topic of conversation at the retrospective end of the whole show. Yeah, and he just won't call. So I guess we won't badger him. He doesn't want to call, which is definitely weird, but whatever. Donnie, they're asking for you to do another shot.
Nope, no more shots.
Phil Marino's Natalie Rodstrom just figured it out. Maybe. Interesting. I don't think Natalie has that much time on her hand. Maybe it's Alex from Need for Tips.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Romanian.
Jeff is Romanian. He got a bet on the game tonight.
Jeff Cadillac, maybe it's him. Nah, it's not Jeff Cadillac.
Luchador should call in.
I don't think Jeff Cadillac's smart enough to do that. What a second half.
Maybe we can put the beef bet between Jeff Cadillac and Pete the bed tonight somehow.
Yeah, I'd like to put that bed to rest because they're good guys. We have a caller, Donnie. Could it be him? Could it really be him? I doubt it is, but we're gonna see. Hello. I guess he got cold feet and hung up. That was Phil Marino, I think, but he hung up. What the hell just happened, Donnie?
It wasn't Megan Rochester.
What time is the new show? It's at 11 o'clock. Christ.
Jeff, you're telling everybody 10:30. They're going to be there bright and early.
Donnie, read that Alfred thing.
Hello, I am Alex from Need for Tips.
How much to sponsor the Late Night on Campus podcast? Wow.
Ciroc. That Roy Ralia T22 is from Ciroc.
It's $1,000 a month.
Yep.
Give us $1,000 a month where you're in. I don't know what your company is, but I'm sure it'll work. As long as it's not like
T-shirts on.
Yeah, as long as it's not like your meth business or something, you're in. I'm starting to think Alfred is Pete. Nah, Peter wouldn't do that. I did not call. Well, of course you didn't call. We know you didn't.
Oh, the throwback pass for NIU, first down. Here, come on. Let's make a comeback here.
Let's keep doing impressions. Come on, Donnie, give me an impression from me. Give me another one.
I can't. It's hard to do you though because like your voice and inflect, you don't have that set style like a.
You want me to do?
Come on, like do Teddy for me, Jeff. You gotta have some Teddy, right?
Nah, I don't. Not really.
If like Teddy's finishing up, I'll be like this. And if you look right now, Eastern Michigan -7 to the books. There you go.
That's Ian Cameron. He always goes.
Bad breaks, bad for the books. Teddy, talk to us about this one. Bet online -7.
No, this is Ian Cameron. The Hamilton Tire Cats get it done on Saturday.
Just reading the book out there, yes.
He loves doing that. Layden Kiffin laid an egg tonight. Well, there's a lot of time left. Don't give up yet.
Jeff Sharp's brought that line down.
Pete does.
You were very square on that play, Jeff.
That really is a good Paul Howard. I will admit that is a pretty good impression.
Yes. All right. Bad beats, bad books, bad for the business book. I'm here with Teddy Covers. We're going to go deep dive on SportsBit.
Up next on SportsBit. Betting insight today on SR Picks.
Yeah, he's got a distinct delivery. It's easy to do. The same thing with Drew. All right, and we're going live. I have the best people in the business with me today. Big man on campus. How's it going today?
Hello, this is Alex from Need for Tips. I think I go to Real Madrid, but supposed to learn about the score at the amount of 1.2. He always does say that. He always goes, at the amount of 1.2. No,
I just don't see it, big man. I don't see it.
No, yeah. I remember we used to do this thing, Donnie. It was called the bet battle. Him and I would like battle on games, and he used to get pretty mad at me once in a while. All right, Donnie, I got something for you.
Go.
Here we go.
Yes! Welcome into SportsBit. Betting Insight today, Paulie and Teddy.
Got one more
Wednesday, August 3rd. Yes! Welcome into SportsBit. Betting Insight today, Paulie and Teddy.
One more time.
Wednesday. Yes! Welcome into SportsBit. Betting Insight today, Paulie and Teddy. Wednesday, August 30th. Big game breakdown. We'll go rapid fire. Yes! Yes! Welcome into SportsBit.
Yeah.
And we're coming to you live.
We're going live.
Some of the biggest names in the sport industry are going to join us today. Ian Cameron, Donnie Wright.
And the big man on campus, Jeff Nady. You can find him on
Guys,
Twitter.
let's get right into it today. We're talking Major League Baseball. Donnie, start us off.
And he always goes, start us off, bud.
Oh man.
Oh man, that's funny.
Good times on this, man.
Oh
Jesus.
man, I got to do one more, Donnie.
Yes.
I got to find it here. It's the best. The best voicemail we've ever had goes to this guy.
Yes, hi. I'm representing Chris Barr, and I've been watching your podcast, and I just heard you say my client's name. I want you to retract what you said about Chris Barr. I defend this man, this multi-million-dollar sports handicapping icon, and you will not make fun of him. He is not in jail. He is not a sucker, and you stop making fun of him. I swear I'll pursue legal action on all of you at SBR and everyone that makes fun of Chris Barr. So I do not want you to mention his name anymore on your podcast. Understood?
That was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, that's definitely an all-timer.
I always remember that one. But Donnie, the time has come. We got about 5 more minutes here. Any other questions? Feel free to send them in.
I think people just want to hear more Drew and Paulie at this point, Jeff.
Yes.
Look at the Angels storming back 9-8, first and third.
We actually have a Joe Marino call.
Hi, big man. It's Phil Marino here. I finally called in. It's been such a long time, but finally, I called in. Yeah, I know we don't get along too much, but I just disagree with some of your comments. And you hate me. I don't know why. I can disagree, right? Anyways, that $300 you're going to help pay for me to go down to Costa Rica. If I can give you my address, can you hook me up with that or send me the money, and then I'll come down. Okay. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.
Oh, there he is. Said it all. Joe Marino. We finally hear from the guy. So thanks for calling in. What else do we have? Donnie, let's update us on some scores, and then we'll get up out of here. If you have any other questions, feel free. Wisconsin, Donnie, is up 35 points. How about this?
But if you cashed your ticket on Utah State, you're good to go. Like if you just went to the cage in the second quarter, you're like, you know what? It's over. And you're like, yeah, I agree.
I remember when they were up 10-0. Remember that memory? They've scored 45 unanswered to Wisconsin, and they're probably going to cover this game. Actually, they're going to cover this game. Because Utah State's not scoring more than a touchdown. So I'll take
Hernandez says, Jeff, at the end of the day. At the end of the day.
Shut up, Donnie. I do say that a lot. Well, just one of my
Who tried to sue you? Chris Barr.
Yes, Chris Barr tried to sue us. We should get him to call in. What happened to Megan Rochester? Actually, she's actually my girlfriend. I've never told her.
What's she doing nowadays, though? She would like ESPN or ESPNU or the Ocho?
I don't know what she does now. I think Joe Duffy knows, from what I understand.
beIN Network.
Any football plays for tomorrow? Yeah, I told you, Croatia. That's my one play. Croatia minus 3.5. You want me to call Tweety Donnie?
Tweet? No, we only got to cover. We got 2 minutes left. We got to send this out in grand style.
Shout out to all the best: Joe Duffy, Robinson Yepes, Dave Goligolf, Donnie Wrightside, Dax Floyd.
Troy West.
Get Troy West from allplayswin.com. Shark Harrison.
Win. Is that the name of the site? No, it's not.
No, it is. All
plays win. That's pretty good.
Shark Harrison, Tony George, Brandon Shively, all the great people like Jeff Grant, guys that have made this company what it is today. Zach Jones, Cynthia, Peter Loshak, James Hunter from VIP Sports.
Maddie.
Redman, Maddie, all the boys. Shout out to Mike Brenham. Oh, man. That's one of your catchphrases. Nothing wrong with that. That's the kind of shit that makes me listen. What's my catchphrase?
I don't know.
What was it?
Yours at the end of the day.
Dumpster fire. Dumpster fire.
Dumpster fire. What was the other one? You got to have your head examined or something?
Yes. Yeah, you got to have your head examined. Yeah, Florida Atlantic scored. We know that. They're on a rain delay right now, though. Ross Benjamin. Yeah, don't forget him. Don't forget Paulie Provenzano. Joe Gabassi. By the way, one of the lamer things they've ever done at SBR, when Mike Brenner did that, that was one of – and look, Mike's cool. I've squashed with Mike. He's a great guy. But he'll admit there was one of the lamer things they did. That when Mike pretended to be that, like, mobster guy and called Ross. Oh God, Troy West. He had been 0-16 in his last turn he played. Well, hey, we all hit our bad strides. What's up with Colorado State? They suck. They didn't play well tonight.
17-3, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a ass-kicking blowout, but man.
How about the over? That was a good play, wasn't it?
Jesus. Yeah, what was the over? 68.5, 17-3?
Yeah. Sharps had the under.
Sharps loved it. Yeah, true.
Donnie, any people to shout out on your end?
No, none of these.
Also, shout out to guys like Michael Berger, Mr. Gogster, Donald Lee, Scott F.,
Driggs,
Alfred.
my man Driggs.
Yeah, all the guys that have called in. Everybody, every one of them. Even the guys that hate on us. Fuck you. Paul and Cheetah.
The good part is whenever the next function is, I want to say maybe Super Bowl Bash, next function.
That would be fun.
SBR.
Sure.
Hopefully everybody can get down there. Hopefully Big Man can get down there.
Oh, I'll definitely be down there. I'm actually pumped to get home. My birth certificate should be in the mail when I get home.
Ooh.
Pretty pumped up about that. Donnie, before we go, I do want to play one other thing for us. This is an epic video.
Get it.
This is Joe DeBozzi from Winning Sports Advice, and I'm here with the inimitable Sheeta Leggett. You remember 2 weeks ago when Sheeta and her traveling companion, High Delicious Rock went to Northwestern and the Barfly Lounge, where they won the $5,000 winner-take-all prize for their combination pole dancing team. It sent them to Las Vegas on an all-expense trip.
Vegas, baby! Everything in Vegas?
And I still don't know what happened in Vegas. We do know that 2 weeks ago, Sheeta was in the end zone when Northwestern's quarterback fumbled inside the 5, causing the Wildcats to not cover the spread. She's been verbally spanked for that and did much better when she was in Notre Dame South Bend Cup Fever last week.
So basically, the moral of this video was that Joe's wife, was doing pole dancing. What's up with that?
I don't know. I don't know if the angle's even coming from on that.
Where's Scott Carter? Good question. Where's Scott Carter? That's a good point. You know who Scott Carter is, Donnie?
No.
All right. Jamie James, where did he go? All right, Donnie, let's wrap it up here. Everyone have a great night. We appreciate you all tuning in for the show.
2 hours, baby. You hung in last 6 months with us, late night on campus.
Yeah, it was fun.
And again, the best part about this show coming out, it wasn't about doing sports. It wasn't about anything other than me and Jeff being able to put on an outlet where outside of just talking sports, where you got to know me and Jeff a little bit better than just seeing us appear on videos or doing a straight lace show. We're just capping games. That was the whole point of us, to introduce us to you and you, the listeners, to us as well. It was a fantastic run that we had. And again, we're not going anywhere. It's not like we're signing off like, hey, Jeff, enjoy the rest of your life at the bank. And I'm going to go, make a couple hoagies up and get on out of here. I mean, we're going to be here for a long time. But this function of the show served its purpose exactly the way we wanted it to, a different type of forum where we could just reach out and chat and just be human beings and sports-loving guys, and that's what we were. So
yeah, and look, I hope everyone got to know us. We've
that's
always
what it was about. Yep, that's what this whole show was about.
And that's the thing. We want to show everyone that we're just regular people. You're not too good to be talking to us or whatever. We're just regular guys that enjoy talking about the stuff and throwing a little money on the game. We'll shout it out one last time. We need a love it button, not just a like lurking in the background. Yeah. Agreed. Feel free to donate. We'll take any donations that you might want to send.
Donate in. And everybody who busted Jeff's balls throughout, please show up on the right side of campus daily to bust them again. And that's what makes it fun.
And look, I ask you, continue to bust my balls, but when I'm in Costa Rica, make sure you're there and you say it to my face. If you do, you'll probably get this fucking glass in the side of the head, but hey. You'll remember when I told you so.
Yep.
By the way, last thing, Donnie, someone was calling me out yesterday to have a boxing match. Did you see that?
I did see that. I didn't even
know
where that even came
from. If you remember him, Jeff, take off your shirt and I will donate. All right. Sounds good. Christ. Let's do it, Donnie. All right. Everyone have a great night. We're going to sign off for the last time. Catch me tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern. I'll be on with, not 10:30, 11 o'clock. With Peter Loshak. We'll be talking a little college football. Donnie, have a great night. Donnie, don't steal my play, Croatia. Don't steal that.
Won't do it.
My
won't
play.
steal it. I won't steal
my
it.
play. Have a great night. And Donnie, can we play that Paul Howard thing one more time? Can I do that?
Go ahead, man.
Donnie, you wanted to go on for 3 hours. Now we're on and you don't want to do the show. Donnie's like, wants to get out of here. Let's do it. One more time.
Inside today, Paulie and Teddy. What? Yes! Welcome into Sports Bet. Betting Inside today. Yes! Welcome into Sports Bet. Betting Inside today. Yes! Welcome into